And I built up optimism, right? This is a week we're going to get it turned around. This is a week we're going to get things going. And then I leave disappointed and wrong. 2-5 record says that. If I were picking the games week to week, not saying I'd have a 7-0, but 5-2, 4-3 probably. What I thought going into the game versus how it played out. Maybe not even week to week, but we talked about that start. I didn't expect it to be 0-4. Expected it to be 2-2. Which, that alone, you're a 4-3 football team right now. So my gut feeling going into these games has been off. And my gut feeling is not sending me positive vibes going into this game this weekend. In fact, we'll do the Friday 5-pack later. This game falls right into the sweet spot of what you want to play in a Friday 5-pack. You got a home team with a relatively high ceiling talent-wise, getting points. You're supposed to jump on that all day long. I don't know if I can pull the trigger, getting 4 or 5 points. Just don't know. I got to see this defense respond. Not responded yet this year. Not once. Not once in an important drive or an important stretch or with a big play or a turnover. Nothing, man. Nothing. So we'll see. And we'll hear from both coordinators in charge of getting their sides of the ball in the best position to pull, I guess, would be a home upset over the Green Bay Packers, who come to town with their hot shot quarterback, Jordan Love, who continues to develop, and a wealth of talent and an opportunistic defense, and obviously a lot more on the Sunday afternoon kickoff as we move through here on a GFL Friday. Rams-Vikings last night, Thursday Night Football, and we saw what a ridiculous idea it is that the Rams would be trading away talent. I think now we're all falling victim to what I said yesterday, right? This trend that I saw yesterday where, somebody's trade idea as a rumor gets posted as if it's a report. And so we're getting all kinds of far-fetched ideas, at least in my mind. I'm going into this, and we said it here, sitting here. What do you mean Cooper Kupp's on the trade block? What do you mean they're going to showcase him? Like teams don't know who or what Cooper Kupp is. The Rams are 2-4 going into the game last night in a division that if you hang around 500 is going to keep you in it. The Niners are struggling through injuries. The Seahawks lead the division. They're only 4-3. It's going to be a tight race down the stretch. And they got not just Cooper Kupp, but I look up and what's Puka Nacua doing running around out there? Thought that dude was on IR. What happened? Wait, what? So they get Nacua and Kupp both back. An incredibly egregious officiating call, or in this case a non-call, will be a big talking point this morning. And as it should be. But it did not affect the outcome of the game. The game had already been affected because the Rams scored touchdowns and the Vikings had to kick up field goals. It already been decided. It's 28-20 when that happened. If you missed it, there was a sack in the end zone where they decided to use Sam Darnold's face mask as the prime point of leverage. I mean, they whipped the dude's head around, threw him down in the end zone. The officials, oblivious, I guess, to what's right in front of them, signal safety, and it's from 28-20 to 30-20, and that completely shut the door. But the Vikings are deep in their own territory. They're down 8 points, and it was going to be a tough ask. But they didn't get that opportunity, did they? Because of just abject. I think we continue to upgrade with the ability of New York just to chime in unprovoked. How do you not chime in on that one? Right? That's not a judgment call. The entire world is watching the Vikings quarterback get his head ripped off of the top of his shoulder pads by the face mask. The whole world sees it. And not only do you miss it and it goes as a sack, but the Rams get points for that blatant cheating? That's just a bad look and so easily correctable. Why is it not? If you rack that big old industrial-sized brain of yours, and can you tell me a reason why that shouldn't or wouldn't be reviewable?
I can't give you one reason. I can't
give you one. That'd be the fastest review ever. Buzz him down. Yeah, guys, correction there. He got slung to the ground by his face mask. Make sure that Darnold's neck's not broken.
On your way to the review booth, you just look up at the and then you just turn around.
Right.
Like
they do the touchdowns that you're not quite sure on. You don't send it up to booth. They just confirm. Yeah, boys, listen, Bill, this is New York. What the hell are you doing down there, friend? Yeah. Yeah, that safety you just called there. I didn't know if that putting the hands over your head there, if you were signaling safety or if that was an SOS call for a medevac because they just ripped that poor man's head off. Bill, what are you watching? Bill, you got to change the call. I'm sorry. Here's what I want you to do, Bill. March out there to the 35-yard line, address the public, and tell them what a disgrace you are. We have a correction on the previous call. I've been notified by New York that I'm a blooming idiot. That was a face mask. No safety. First down, Vikings.
My bad.
My bad. I'm sorry.
Sam, you good?
You're not supposed. Oh, so it's not good to be visually impaired in this. Oh, my bad. There's a great skit, E.T. back in the day. It's just I'm throwing this out there for. We're not going to look it up for you. But if you're driving around, make a little mental note here. You may have seen it already. Some of you. I'll show you in the break. There's an old SNL segment, E. Back in the day when SNL used to be legitimately funny week to week, making fun of the things we could all agree upon rather than splitting us down the middle somewhere, right? And they did this segment where John Goodman was a referee, like an NFL official. And it was so they did a call-in, a call-in segment where he asked the ref or whatever it was. And so then the questions would come. Yeah, I'm just wondering, is it hard to see with your head 6 inches up your ass? Actually, my head never enters my orifice. Next caller, boom. Anywho, give it a look up. So it's the Rams who win 30-20. The Vikings, that's a couple losses in a row now. At both games, they were competitive, and both games are tough games. They lost to the Lions and the Rams, but I guess tough and the Rams is relative. They were 2-4 football teams. So do you start to wonder a little bit about Minnesota, the staying power of Darnold? I don't know. We're going to see for ourselves right here in Jacksonville in a couple of weeks. The narrative can change so fast in the league, man. It comes at you fast. It changes on a dime. Trends emerge really, really, really quickly. And I say this to set up what I'm about to play for you from Press Taylor. I paused and noted the dichotomy of this particular narrative, okay? We spent the first 4 weeks asking Press Taylor, why isn't Trevor Lawrence playing better? That's what we did for the first 4 weeks. Well, now we're on a hot streak. The offense is going, and suddenly right out the gates for Press Taylor, the offensive coordinator, is why is Trevor playing so well recently?
Well, I think it's just kind of his preparation, the work he puts into it, and then it's showing up on Sundays, and it's everybody around him as well, being a little bit more consistent in our job, knowing what we're doing, making plays, understanding the opponent, all these little things that you would hope you get better throughout the course of the season have just kind of come to fruition a little bit the last couple Sundays. So, but again, it's something you got to build on. It doesn't just because you had success one Sunday doesn't mean it's going to carry over.
More on the Jaguars and from both coordinators as we move through this 6 o'clock hour. Our typical Friday faves are here for you, set up. We got Cat and Kev coming up next segment. We'll see it happen out on the waterways. We've got the quarterback whisperer. So we'll talk to Denny Thompson. That's coming up at 8 o'clock this morning. We'll offer up the Friday 5-pack. Another winning week for both of us. I think we were both 3-2 last week, so we'll move forward. What am I? Do you have the standings, E, by any chance, or I have to reference? I can just reference the.
Yeah, I'll have.
I think I'm up to 5. I think I'm 5 over. Well, okay. That is in no way even a humble brag. That's a slippery slope. I'll try my best with the 5 this week, but anyway, Friday 5-pack is coming up a little bit later as well. Interesting weekend in college football. We'll certainly touch on. NBA last night. League featured the Mavs and the Spurs. Man, I'm probably a bigger baseball fan, E, from this standpoint. The Braves I'm so much more passionate and care so much more about the Braves than I do the Hawks. But if I'm picking a regular season game in any sport to watch that's not the NFL, for me personally, it's NBA every time. I'd rather watch the Kings play the Wizards in the NBA than the Yankees play the Red Sox in a regular season game. It's strictly talking regular season here. When we get to the postseason, the playing field pretty much levels. They're all great, right? We all can get excited that time of the year. But as an NBA fan, I can now make concrete judgments, E, after just one game across the league. You ready? You got my fast reacts from the Lakers opener, but let me give you this one, okay? You ready for a name?
Let's go.
Let me tell you a name that when we get to the end of the season and the team that I'm now proclaiming will cut down the nets, this dude, by the end of this year, will be, I guess, that breakout guy or a name who's suddenly, more in line as the third superstar on a team than just another role player, okay? You ready? I'm going to give you team and player. And I think they won last night. I went to bed before the game ended, but they were up. The Mavs beat the Spurs last night. The Mavs are going to win it all this year. They're just primed, right? They went to the finals last year. They lost to Boston. They got Luka in his abject prime. Kyrie is focused and healthy to start a season. And Klay Thompson, immediate returns last night. He looked freed up from what was kind of becoming oppressive in Golden State. You know what I mean? He was so successful there. It started to go bad. He lost his confidence, spent lots of time on the bench and clutch time, and he was big last night. He looks like a legitimate third part of a trifecta, but that's not the guy. At the end of the season, even when we get to the finals and the Mavs are cutting down the nets, a big force will have emerged on this roster that will keep him good going forward, and that man's name is Derek Lively Jr. Keep an eye out for that name, E. That dude's fixing to go all-star level. I'm looking at a box score. Let me see what my proclamation, did last night. No, I don't even know. It's not based on a stat sheet last night. It's just based on what he did first at the end of last year. You remember, E?
I don't.
Yeah, Lively got good for them in the postseason. He became, if you go back and you look at Dallas's postseason run, you're going to find games where Lively had some really big moments, okay? What did my guy do last night? I've talked him up. Off the bench, 28 minutes, 15 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists. Any good?
Pretty good.
Is that a better stat line than you would have expected from the name that I just gave you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, 28 points, 15, 11, 6 assists. So, yeah, that's kind of an indicator. That's the kind of jump up this dude's about. That's it. He's a 15 and 11 guy. Let me see what Derek Lively, the second, I should say, was last year. See what we got here. He's just been in the league like 2 years, right? 2 or 3 years, maybe? Yeah, he's drafted in 2023. Last year, 9-7. 9-7 as a rookie. 9 points, 7 rebounds, just 1 assist. So anyway, you can take that useless knowledge and do with it what you will. Let's come back, talk to Captain Kev. Let's go back inside the locker rooms. We got for the Jags. We got a fascinating World Series in front of us, man. I was really doing a little bit of dive on the history of Yankees, Dodgers, and the history that's made in this particular match. It's first World Series with 5 MVPs in it. The history of the game. Yeah, Freeman, Betts, Ohtani, Judge, Stanton, all former MVP winners. And I didn't even mention Soto. First time the top 3 players in Major League Baseball and OPS will be in the same World Series with Ohtani, Judge, and Soto. Judge and Soto, the home run leaders. I believe it's the first time that's happened. I mean, it's just all kinds of history that this series brings back to current, but also in this, re-engagement of the rivalry, they're making history within the matchup. World Series starts tonight, but more on that as we move along as well. Thanks for being up and at 'em with us. Let's have a good Friday. It's a GFL Friday. That's Green for Life. We'll come back, talk some fishing with Captain Kevin Favor, and more. You are locked in on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Every NFL Sunday starts with a kickoff.
All you got to do is put your foot right through the ball.
After the game, we'll crown the special teams player of the game.
He is a difference maker now.
Brought to you by Crown Royal.
This is the last play of the game.
On 1010XL.
The inflation fighter is back and saving you thousands at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned. Mia here, and right now at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned, just $500 down and $288 per month gets you a pre-owned 2021 Toyota Corolla. Or you choose a pre-owned 2021 Camry, RAV4, or Tacoma for just $500 down and $388 per month. You also get no payments till January 2025. It's all at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned. Shop in person, 10939 Atlantic Boulevard, or online at arlingtontoyota.com.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting.
Now that's what I call high-quality H2O. If you want high-quality water in your home at a fair price that won't scare you to death, then talk to someone who knows water and is not a pushy salesman. Contact your local water boy, Keith. I install premium equipment and can repair or even rebuild your existing system. In a business known for aggressive sales tactics, let me show you how my approach is different. If you've got any water problems, contact the water boy at waterboyjack.com.
Pre-Game Friday is brought to you by MyBookie
and Dream Finders Homes on 1010XL.
Ever wonder how you can transform your living spaces into captivating works of art? At First Coast Lighting and Fans, they offer a huge selection of high-quality products to match your desire for elegance, quality, and uniqueness. Visit their showroom on Phillips Highway at the Avenues and step into a world of quality without compromise. Discover the difference that locally owned expertise makes and let them help you experience the transformation from average to extraordinary. At First Coast Lighting and Fans.
Googa Nation, it's Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
All right, here we go.
Former Jaguars QB David Garrard joins Jaguars Today to talk Jags.
All right, guys.
Mondays on 1010XL.
Let's go, Googans. Let's go, Googans.
Brought to you by waterboyjacks.com.
What is that?
It's your boy E to the T, and I know you feeling good this week because we've been killing it on my bookie. Turning spreads, over-unders, and prop bets into straight cash, homie. Huge local games this Saturday night as the Florida State Seminoles are 21-point underdogs playing them Canes in Miami. And all day Sunday, you can get in on the action. The Packers travel to Duval, where there are 4.5-point favorites. The Seattle Seahawks are 3-point home underdogs to the Buffalo Bills with a 47-point over-under total. That's a high total with key players potentially injured. And the under has been crushing it this year, so take advantage. Then, the most bet-on game of the day every week is Sunday Night Football. And the Cowboys are taking on the 49ers with an over-under of 46.5. Take a hard look at that. My bookie still has the double deposit bonus, too, by the way. That doubles your money on your very first deposit up to $1,000. It's the best deposit sign-up bonus in the industry. So sign up now and use promo code 1010XL to make yourself a winner with my bookie. Come on, somebody.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say,
"What? Huh? I'm so over this."
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Call State Farm agent Jason Judy, 416-1732.
Have you or someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Cohen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI and all criminal offenses. I've been named the best DUI attorney in the state, and David has been named the best criminal defense lawyer in Jacksonville. In your battle with the justice system, there is only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins, 354-5645.
Are you an experienced plumber or welder with MedGas certification and you're tired of being undervalued? It's time to make the move to Local 234 Plumbers, Pipe Fitters, and HVAC Technicians. With the best pay in the business, you'll earn $36.50 an hour with benefits that's almost $50. It's not just a job, it's a career that values you. Join the team that's got your back. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to send your resume today.
Equal opportunity employer.
Hey folks, Captain Kevin Favor here with a question. What would you put in your dream backyard paradise? A cozy fire pit? A top-notch outdoor kitchen? A luxurious fireplace? Or a stylish pergola? If you can dream it, CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living can build it. They're your one-stop shop for everything you need, from designing and building your dream outdoor kitchen to crafting the perfect fireplace. CSS is ready to turn your outdoor space into a breathtaking retreat. CSS has delivered high-quality, long-lasting dream projects to their customers since 2008. But now, it's time for them to build your dream. Call CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living today, 904-389-2700, or visit CSSOutdoor.com to see their impressive work. Don't miss out. CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living, 904-389-2700.
You dream it, we build it. CSS.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, Captain Kevin Favor's Fishing Report. Brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. You dream it, we build it. On 1010XL.
Yeah, a cynic would say a good time to fish should be about, 1 o'clock Sunday afternoon. Just saying. That's what a cynic would say. For those like me, still carrying the glimmering hope of optimism, we'll have to reserve our fishing for Saturday. But let's bring in the expert, our buddy Captain Kevin Favor. Activate the wiggle. Morning. The book is, report will be next week.
Yes.
Yeah, you know how it is when you get a book.
Yes. Okay.
I've read the. I'm gonna probably this weekend I'll get it done. I'm not, but it's just I can tell when I picked it up and read the preface and then the beginning of the first chapter. I said, oh yeah, I'm not gonna be able to put this one down. I got to sit it here until I got a couple hours.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's gonna be a one sitter. I can tell. Just take me a few hours. That's gonna be a one sitter. Yeah.
Yep. No problem.
What's it called? Sal Belly. It's let's let the listeners in on the secret here. It's basically a book about the quest to catch the world record largemouth bass. Yeah. And I can tell you right away, just spoiler alert, you can write this book today, tomorrow, 100,000 million years from now, there'll never be a bass caught that big. It's never happening. You know why I know this, Kevin?
Why?
Because of the math they've already laid out early. I mean, basically, you got like a 1 in 60 million shot.
You have a better chance of winning the lottery.
Yeah, or getting hit by lightning, or being a senator. I mean, there's a lot of things.
Yeah.
But I haven't gotten into the close calls yet, so maybe I'll change my mind.
Right? Yeah.
I'm only in the setup.
You might change your mind because there's some guys that are.
What's the biggest? Well, first of all, there's this too. It's so precise now, right? By technology in recording fish. But I mean, this dude. Here's what's amazing. I mean, for folks who don't know, this fish was caught in 1932.
Yeah, exactly.
The world record largemouth bass is from 1932. Tell me another sports record that's the same as it was in 1932. You won't.
And here's the thing: there's no picture.
Yeah, there's no way to even know, is there?
Yeah. They did take it to the post office on a certified scale.
Yeah.
But there's no picture of him holding the fish. It's really. You'll enjoy the book and you'll enjoy.
I think so. I also thought it was strange that according to the standards, you got to beat the old record by 2 ounces. Well, what the hell? 2 ounces. What the hell? What's that?
I don't know. We talked about that on the outdoor show a couple of times. Like, weird. Why would you have to beat it by 2 ounces?
That seemed right. Anyway. Yeah. What about the current state of fishing? How's that looking?
So I heard you talk about Sunday, and Sunday's not the day to fish, just to let folks know.
Good.
It's supposed to turn and blow northeast.
Okay.
So there's going to be there's going to be some wind at the stadium.
Can I stop you for 1 second?
Yeah.
Because you just I've been triggered.
Uh-huh.
May have been a little golf tournament out there at Sawgrass last weekend.
Okay.
From Wednesday afternoon, the first practice shot on the range, until Saturday afternoon, the final shot hit in the tournament. And this is not embellished. The minimum the wind blew at any one point was 15 miles an hour. The minimum. It never went below that. I'm not talking gusted. It gusted Saturday, they said, at 47.
Oh, my gosh.
Non-stop. So I'm assuming the fishing, at least out on the water, was shut down last weekend. That'd be my guess. My God, did it blow.
Yes. It's been.
I've never seen anything like it. I've never, and I've done it, been playing golf for a million years. I've never, not for 5 days in a row with like no turning off of the fan. Nothing. Not even early morning. I don't mean it builds to it. I mean, you could tee off at 6:15, it'd be blowing 20 miles an hour.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm sorry. I've interrupted you.
No, that's okay. But yeah, it's today. Well, actually, the last few days, and I got a trip at 8:00 today, and tomorrow. The weather just looks fabulous. But then it's supposed to turn and blow really hard on Sunday out of the northeast. Another cold front coming through. So today and tomorrow is your best day. And fishing, to be honest with you, as pretty as it is, and we've had low tides in the morning and stuff. It's been okay. I would, generally speaking, this is the time of year. And by the way, it could change today. This is the time of year when you buy 10 dozen shrimp. For two guys, because you get on bites of rat reds and small trout and small drum and stuff like that. And we still are catching a few of those. And it sounds like the guys in Jacksonville are doing much better out of Mayport than we are to St. Augustine, because they this time of year, Jeff, they catch a lot of sheep's head, at the Mayport Rocks and places like that, and they also catch a lot of yellowmouth trout. Where we just don't have that fishery. We do catch some sheep's head and stuff at the jetties, but you don't see very many people doing it. And then we don't have that yellowmouth trout like they do. So they've had a better fishery. But I'm looking forward to today. I mean, I got a 10 o'clock low tide, I'm leaving at 8 o'clock. And it just looks like the weather's going to be perfect. So,
all right. Well,
really looking forward to it.
It's a great time of year. And again, we've talked about that fall fishery, and we're in the middle of it, and we're going to trail out of it here before you know it. So, folks,
yeah, exactly.
You're going to wake up. It's going to be, oh, wow.
I cannot believe that it's the last Saturday of October already.
Well, here's what's happening. You can tell me better, but and I know it can always be kind of a stormy season, but I think that fishery transition we got cheated out of this year because of first the big storms and then like the nor'easter last weekend, and so we didn't really get to just plow through it. It doesn't feel like
we totally did. We missed we missed the mullet run. There was so much. You go fishing one day and the water temperature is 82, and by the time storms go through this, that, and the other, you go fishing and it's 72. You've missed 10 degrees of water temperature in 2 weeks.
I feel you. All right, outdoor show tomorrow.
Outdoor show. Well, actually, we'll all be there tomorrow. So
okay, good.
It should be a lot of fun. Logs is back in town, so I'm looking forward to it.
Nice. All right. Well, there he goes. There's the fishing. Appreciate you, my brother. We'll talk to you next week.
Buddy.
That's
Have a great weekend.
Kevin Favor. You can enjoy him with his buddies there on the outdoor show every Saturday morning. It's one of my favorite non-drill shows on the network. I'm just admitting, being up front. Man, this is really sad news out of nowhere from the South Florida basketball program. Amir Abdur-Rahim was a bright young coach in college basketball. Man, he died yesterday at the age of 43, undergoing a medical procedure at a Tampa hospital. Died due to complications that arose. Guided South Florida one of its biggest turnarounds in the country last year. 25 wins, a program record. First AAC regular season title. Before he took over just last year, the school had never finished 500 in the AAC and had ended overall over 500 just once since 2012. He was the conference coach of the year. They were ranked in the top 25 for the first time in school history. Man. 4 seasons at Kennesaw State before he went to South Florida. He took Kennesaw State to an NCAA tournament appearance in 2023 before he moved on later that fall for in fact, he was the ASUN Coach of the Year. He's the younger brother of former star and NBA veteran Sharif Abdur-Rahim, who's now president of the G League. Man, just a sad and when it happens due to complications, I take that to mean completely unexpected, right? And I'm sure that's real difficult for them to deal with down there. So there's that. And you want just one example? You want a supreme example of it's a players' league? Listen, buddy. NBA coaches, veterans, don't win stare downs, don't win disagreements with star players. Strength and conditioning coaches, yeah, they gone. a former Clippers strength and conditioning coach who was hired in 2019 as part of a years-long campaign to recruit Kawhi Leonard, has sued the team, alleging wrongful termination, in part for raising concerns about the management of Leonard's health and injuries. Let's see. The guy's name is Randy Shelton, joined the Clippers 2019. He had worked with Kawhi Leonard before with the Spurs. Said he was part of a multi-year effort to recruit Leonard that leapt well beyond the bounds of the NBA Constitution, whatever that means, with respect to tampering, I guess. Seeking significant damages. But bottom line, he feels like he got used to hire him, and then they fired him, and so now here we are. Man, I can tell you this. The Bit Man covers the Clippers, right? Our buddy Ping. Sportscaster out in L.A., and he's part of the Clippers cable coverage, so he's around them a lot. And the Bit Man, y'all know what a sniffer he is. He's just like Mr., barrel into anyone, right? So he every time he's in now with with Kawhi, and a lot of players, there's like a family entourage, right? Like Kawhi's mom and his uncle, they go to every game, right? And maybe even his brother too, and he runs into, so Ping will be like at the team hotel in the end, he gets all his Kawhi information from the uncle. Like old school, you work him over a couple of scotches down at the hotel bar.
You become friends with him.
Yeah, get the deal, get the dealio. And the bottom line with Kawhi is that leg is there's two issues here that have rendered him now probably non-factor for the rest of his career. One, the knee is bad, and two, he won't push it at all.
Yeah.
Like he ain't pushing it at all. He ain't playing through no pain. He's not playing through any further damage. He ain't pushing it. And so those two factors don't lead to a good outcome if you're Clippers or Clippers fan. At least I wouldn't think. All right, let's come back. I got we'll hear from the coordinators, both of them. Got a football fix. We'll package that for you. Thursday night football, game 1 of the week goes to the Rams. We beat the Vikings last night. A couple of the details on that one. You're listening to The Drill. It's a GFL Friday. That's green for life. Trust them for all your commercial roll-off and eats.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This election, if you want someone who will take care of the messes, someone who isn't afraid to get dirty and work in the trenches, someone who will pump out the problems and prevent future ones, vote for the Duck.
Need your septic tank serviced? Call Duck Duck Rooter, your 5-star Google-rated septic company. Visit duckduckrooter.com.
I approve this message.
When you're stuck, call the Duck. duckduckrooter.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Make your dream of living in luxury a reality in Lennar's newest 55 and up active adult community, Edenbrook at Highland Trail. Located in the heart of Green Cove Springs, Edenbrook offers world-class amenities with a dedicated activities director and homes starting in the high 300s, with rates as low as 3.99% and up to $50,000 in flex cash on our new Edenbrook homes. The time to buy is now. Call 904-643-3750 to find out more. Your life of luxury awaits in Edenbrook at Highland Trail by Lennar.
When you step into a courtroom, you're stepping into a fight. Someone wins, someone loses. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we've got the experience you want in your corner if you or a loved one suffer a personal injury or a wrongful death. We're here to fight for you. So if you get hit, hit back with Hastings Injury Law, offices Jacksonville. Find us on the web at 904hitback.com or call our 24-hour helpline, 904-HITBACK.
In its final year, we encourage you to help create great futures for young people when you run or walk at Mackenzie's Run, Saturday, November 23rd. Join Boys and Girls Club of Northeast Florida for a 5K and 1-mile fun run through the beautiful stadium course at TPC Sawgrass. Enjoy food, live music, face painting, family fun, and more at our Runners Village. Register at mackenziesrun.org. Mackenzie's 5K and Fun Run, November 23rd. mackenziesrun.org.
Sometimes you agree with him, sometimes you don't.
On the runway, I'm coming in hot.
CBS Sports senior NFL writer Pete Pete Prisco joins the Franchi Show Friday afternoons on 1010XL. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles.
If you're looking for custom metalwork, look no further than Superior Fence and Rail. Whether it's custom railing, shade structures, or custom entry gates, their expert team controls the turnkey process. From CAD design and raw metal to powder-coated finish and expert installation. When you choose Superior Fence and Rail for your custom metal project, you get a project that's, well, superior. So get off the fence and call Superior Fence and Rail today.
This is Hayes Carline for First Florida Credit Union. I bank with First Florida Credit Union because I trust them. I can always count on them when it comes to the vast services they provide. First Florida Credit Union was voted Best Bank in the 2024 Best of Bold City Community Choice Awards, and it's easy to see why. I go to the branch off 210 in St. Johns County and the new Durbin location, but they have 10 branches in the Jacksonville area. You need to be banking with First Florida Credit Union. They're enriching people every day. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
Being an athlete means having a healthy desire to do as much as you can with your body. For as long as you can. Gatorade has lower sugar, electrolyte-backed hydration options to keep you rehydrated and replenished. Gatorade, for every athlete.
From Gatorade Zero to Gatorade Endurance Formula and Gator Light, there's something for every athlete. Find it at your local Winn-Dixie. It's a win-win. Gatorade, official partner of the NFL.
What's the penalty in baseball for a fielder throwing his glove at a batted ball in fair territory and hitting it?
When you call Southern Oak and file a claim, you'll be handled by our hand-picked vendors who will analyze any roof, storm, or water damage. It'll save money for you.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
If a fielder throws his glove at a batted ball in fair territory and hits it, it's scored a ground rule triple.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's contestant, a gravy taster from Jacksonville, Florida, me, Dennis Mosley.
Hi, Ken.
Okay, Dennis. 100 plumbers surveyed, top answer on the board. What does it mean if someone says your home has hard water?
It's made of ice? Let's see. Hard water. Oh, is it club soda mixed 4-to-1 with vodka?
Last chance, Dennis. What is hard water?
Oh, is it that lime scale stuff that makes my taps all crusty?
That's right, Dennis. And a water treatment system from Bueller Air and Plumbing will eliminate troublesome lime scale deposits that can ruin your expensive appliances and let your neighbors know for sure that you are cool.
I wonder if I can get me a gin and tonic faucet.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Jag defensive coordinator Ryan Nielsen sees the defense getting better with familiarity.
So I think there's also that part of the guys kind of know where each other's going to be out there, and you see the communication getting better and things like that.
OC Press Taylor looks for the continued improved play of quarterback Trevor Lawrence.
The work he puts into it, and then it's showing up on Sundays, and it's understanding the opponent.
JTA Game Day Express is back. Save on gas and avoid parking hassles as the Jaguars take on the Green Bay Packers this Sunday. Let them do the driving with multiple locations around town and passes starting at just $10 on the MyJTA app. To learn more, visit jtafla.com. That's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update. I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Well, if you are a night owl and Game 1 of the World Series is either winding down or is in hand, you might want to click it over there, do a little search there for the CBS Sports Network at 10:30 tonight. And you can check out the Boise State sensation, Ashton Gianti. Let me tell you what old Ashton is doing, E. It is hard to legitimately position yourself at or near the top of the Heisman race playing at a Boise State. That's hard to do. you just disappear for too long of stretches. And, yeah, they throw up your numbers, but they don't mean anything more than, when his numbers are carrying a lot more weight than we've seen people put up these incredible stats. You just don't quite give them that kind of street cred, right? I mean, Gianti, though, is opened the eyes. Doing it at 10:30 at night on a Friday, playing on the CBS Sports Network. Not CBS, the CBS Sports Network. So that's a challenge in and of itself. This is where you get helped in today's age by the proliferation of social media and, cable penetration, streaming, and all the things like that. You can, at the very least, you can see instant highlights from guys when they're making plays. What a path this guy has. His roots, he's based, Ashton Gianti, right here in Jacksonville. He was born in Jacksonville, but his dad was in the service, so he did not spend much time here at all. He was raised in Italy. And then at the beginning of high school, moved to Frisco, Texas, the heart of football country. But he wasn't such a standout that the big boys came calling. Boise was the only team to offer him before his senior year. And then when Power 5 schools came along, he stuck to his commitment to Boise. He is, stayed put when the transfer portal and NIL money is just flying all over college football. And now it has him positioned to make a serious run, a challenging run at the all-time rushing and touchdown records. Through 6 games, he has 1,248 yards and 17 touchdowns. Barry Sanders is the record holder. And by the way, it was known how good he was going into this year. Had he transferred last year, he would have been the top overall transfer in the portal, they say. Do you know how much money you could have made? I don't know what Georgia gave ETN. This dude's better. Ranked higher. So you get a chance to watch him tonight. He's just, he's been insane. A lot of you guys have been on this cat since early in the year, but it's been long enough now. And he's doing it against everybody they play. They played Oregon. They played a schedule a little bit too. That helps. By the way, Boise is an underdog at UNLV tonight. UNLV has an interesting, character on their team. That Sluka cat. Was that his name?
Sluka.
Yeah, Sluka, the quarterback who, decided to quit midstream because he wasn't getting enough NIL money. And then the other quarterback, it turns out, is way better. So maybe that's why they didn't pay him. I don't know. Anywho, we got that going on. By the way, I went down the largemouth bass rabbit hole here in the break coming off our conversation with Captain Kev because I was curious, if you're a 22-pound bass, how old are you? Like, fish can only live so long. And the bass is a big-time predator. He doesn't have to worry as much about other things coming after him, and more on that in a second. But this is basically what I've come up with. Basically, a 22-pound bass in the South is going to be about 20 years old. Man, if you're a fish and you last 20 years, dude.
This pretty legit.
This record fish, by the way, it was caught in 1932. The record hadn't been broken now, coming up on 100 years. So that tells me it probably won't be broken. It's estimated that over about 60 million bass are caught a year. And no one's catching the record. So, that's 1 in 60 million. They'll do it again. That's 1 in, you got a 1 in 120 million. But, it's just the astronomical odds. But it says here, this surprised me. You ready? Largemouth bass are the top predators in the aquatic ecosystem except for humans. Really? More than like a water moccasin or an alligator? Something tells me if I put an alligator in a dive tank full of 100 largemouth bass that the alligator's just going to be full when the battle's over. But anywho, fire at the band. We got a football fixie. Brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin, not just insurance. Assurance with Mandy and her dream team. Let them put a playbook together for you. Save money, hassle-free, and someone on your side. And then it's my friends at the home course. Been the home course for years, always will be. The Jillington Creek Golf Club. Best value in golf. Go online, book your tee time today. Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua both come back. And the Rams beat the Vikings last night 30-20 at a controversial non-call late. Whether or not it affected the game, we'll never know. That's why it's a controversial non-call. But this team, I think, this game is first time in years that each team scored on their first 2 possessions. I thought I'd turn it on to a college game there for a second. 7-0, 7-7, 14-7, 14-14. But Kupp scored in his return. Puka Nacua had over 100 yards receiving, and just like that, Rams are 3-4 and a totally new outlook. In fact, after the game, Sean McVay says he expects wide receiver Cooper Kupp to stay in L.A. I would have never thought that they would have traded him, but such is the state of online rumors these days. By the way, in that game, Sam Darnold down 28-20, sacked in his own end zone for a safety. The only problem was the defensive end just grabbed him by the face mask, whipped his head completely around. It was just awful. The ref after the game said he couldn't see the apparent face mask. Well, that's good, ref. I mean, it'd be even worse if you saw it and didn't call it. You're kind of supposed to see things. Broncos get a odd landing on the injury report. Josh Reynolds, we learned now, was one of 2 men injured in a shooting in Denver last Friday, leaving a strip club. The team said in a statement, out of respect for the legal process, we will defer further comment on this matter to the authorities. Treated and released from a Denver area hospital, Reynolds himself has not been reached for comment. He's currently on injured reserve after finger surgery. So there's that. I mean, too harsh a rule, maybe we'll stay out of the strip clubs in season? Is that too muchy, or is that infringing? Seriously, I'm being serious. Are there certain, right? I mean, there's a difference in going to a movie and going to the club, right? There is. I mean, under the column of prudence, maybe, or should we curtail our certain things? Not because of us, but because of where we are and what could happen there.
Yeah, the potential of
right?
what
That's
could
it.
happen.
That's all. Anyway. All right. The Vikings, by the way, fingers crossed, they saw their left tackle, Darisaw, go down with an injured knee last night. So, and T.J. Hawkinson of the Vikes, more from this game, is scheduled to be activated. Did not play last night. Probably get him back next week. You believe DeAndre Hopkins when he says this. Man, it's going to be fun to play meaningful games. Think about that. Hopkins left Houston where they were a winner. Went to Arizona. It never came together. They did not win there. Then he went to Tennessee, and they've been terrible for his little over a season there. Now on to the Kansas City Chiefs, man. That's like outhouse to penthouse stuff real quick. It's Football Fix. You're welcome. Brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers and the home course, the Jointon Creek Golf Club. All right, I told you I was going to take you inside the coordinator's film room. Go back to Press Taylor first. Look, there are some common themes here that I don't necessarily need to let them repeat for you over and over. We heard Trevor's playing better. He's more consistent and he's comfortable. We've heard them all speak now to the O-line and how they're working together, how they're seem to be consistently playing, better football. Because I tell you who is playing good football and who is opportunistic, it's that Green Bay defense.
Honestly, it feels, and I haven't played Green Bay a whole lot recently. Obviously, it's a new D coordinator anyways, but it feels like just the defensive line is just a whole new wave every single play. You watch the Houston game, and they just got after him with relentless pressure, not even always bringing extra people, just fresh legs, guys flying off the football, attacking. It just jumps off the tape. They were able to just kind of overwhelm Houston, even if there weren't free runners. Just a lot of high energy, a lot of really good players, just a wave of pass rushers rolling through, and everybody firing off the ball. It was impressive / not fun to watch, as you're getting ready for it, but at the same time you respect good football, and they played good football and they did a great job making life hard for Houston, and not just third down situations but really all situations throughout the course of that game. But it's a very high energy group. They seem to have a lot of fun doing what they're doing. They seem to really know what they're being asked to do within the scheme, and they're playing really good football right now.
All right, there hadn't been a whole lot of positive bright spots on the defensive side of the football. They're terrible. I mean, they are. They're just, it's a joke week after week after week. Even in wins, they can't make key stops. They don't man up in clutch situations. They can't get a series of stops to get any momentum going. I mean, it's really just been an abject disaster. Ryan Nielsen, we got to do some soul searching at the break, man. Maybe give out some grades and bring the staff in and say, bro, why did I bring you here? What are we doing? And the stat sheet doesn't lie. The eye test doesn't lie. The defense has been a stinking, stinking disaster. If you're looking for a couple of bright spots, I guess. One of them would be Ventrell Miller. Right, Ventrell Miller had to come in and step in for Foye Oluokun when he got injured, and quite frankly, did his best Foye Oluokun impression. He would seem to be all over the field. He's a thumper. He attacks the football. Well, now you're going to start getting Foye back, and the question becomes, are we going to get all our best players on the field? Can we see Foye and Ventrell Miller out there together?
Sure, but that's the thing that we've been doing since OTAs. We've had that rotation at that position group, and you're kind of seeing it work out and in the game. And so when Foye comes back, we'll have a rotation. Those guys will still continue to play. Ventrell has definitely earned snaps. Like he's so he'll play. It's just in that rotation and how that all works out.
You know what we hear? What we are here at the drill, ET. You know what we are?
Infotainment.
Well, we're that too. We're also. How do I say this? We're a freaking Hall of Fame magnet. What we are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we are. I mean, if you wear gold and you're around the area, you gravitate, right over here to spend some quality time with us. And so our old buddy Leroy Butler in town with the Packers this weekend, right? His alumni group, all cheeseheads. But anyway, Leroy from right here in Jax played at FSU, went into the Hall of Fame with Tony. What a great summer that was. And he's going to join us in studio. He's got something going on in town, and we'll just play catch up and talk to the back at Robert E. Lee High School, man, to the Hall of Fame.
It all starts.
Thank you.
With Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser.
Yeah, we couldn't get. We didn't work. Leroy made it on his own, so we had to kind of carry Tony. I kid because I care, big fella. Don't choke me when you see me in the press box Sunday, and then a year from now say you've never seen me in the press box. This is The Drill. It is a GFL Friday. Hicken Arrival and more come your way next on 1010 XL.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Can you make picks like a pro?
Yes!
The 1010 Weekly Pick'em Contest is brought to you by MyBookie. Make the best picks and win a pizza party from Salvatore's Pizza at Tapestry Park.
Are we doing this?
You pick 'em at 1010XL.com. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
You've worked hard, you have nice things. Protect and enjoy with a luxury storage unit at The Shed. Opening soon in Atlantic Beach. You got to see these places to believe them. What a smart investment out at AB. I can take 10 minutes, but I can't tell you everything. Go to theshedjacks.com or take a tour on Instagram.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Let's start the debate. Why would someone buy a new car from you? We have an exclusive 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty on every new vehicle. We offer a competitive wow price plus free oil changes. How much will someone get for their trade? We offer more than $4,000 over KBV value. Well, we never lose a trade over price. Okay, when is the best time to buy a car? Right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter which side you pick. At Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet, you get it all. Let us show you why we're the winning vote.
Are you embarrassed by your ugly, cracked concrete driveway? Need to enhance your home's curb appeal? Stonecore on Phillips Highway is your one-stop shop for all your outdoor needs. Replacing with new stone pavers will transform your driveway into a stunning work of art. Say goodbye to unsightly concrete and hello to beautiful, durable pavers that last for years. Visit Stonecore today and let's beautify your home together. Stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
Get this thing unwrapped here.
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. Johns County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Dailies Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Dailies Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course.
Oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Dailies Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daly's Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists returns with their free bumps and bruises evaluation clinics. Now with 4 locations, these free injury assessments are open to all schools and athletic programs. Saturday mornings from 9 to 10 through October 26th at Cortex Sports Performance in Ponte Vedra, Preferred PT in Fleming Island, and also at Brooks Rehab on Centurion Parkway and Brooks Rehab at World Golf Village.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Every weekend is a Stone Cold Sports Weekend. Hey, Dan Hicken here. Watch for the Weekend with Dan on YouTube and Facebook, and I'll help you put together your sports weekend. Weekend with Dan brought to you by Stone Core. We do the outdoors better.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Facing a DUI charge or even a boating under the influence charge? Well, I'm your man, DUI lawyer Malcolm Anthony at 285-4LAW. 285-4LAW. Once again, 285-4LAW.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Beaches Dermatology. I've been going to Doctors Metz and Doctors Boudreaux for a long, long time. Dr. Fader does a Mohs surgery for them now, and they take care of you. They got a great staff, great folks over there at Beaches Dermatology. And they just want to remind you, man, you know how hot it was yesterday? We're almost into November, right? You got to protect that skin when you're out there. Put on those hats. Put on those long sleeve dry fits, man. Wear the sunscreen. Be careful outside. And if anything should pop up on your skin, always go to Beaches Dermatology to get it checked out. They're thorough. They take care of you. Easy to get a hold of online at beachesdermatology.com. That's beachesdermatology.com.
Big Sir's here. My cigars are back in stock at Island Girl Gate Parkway. Buy a box and I will autograph it for you. Island Girl Gate Parkway is the place to enjoy a great cigar selection, a full bar, enjoy a daily happy hour from noon to 7 and all day Sunday. Enjoy college and NFL games from noon to 6. When you buy 5 cigars, you get 1 free. Plus, live music Friday and Saturday nights. For upcoming events, follow Island Girl Gate Parkway on Instagram and Facebook at islandgirl.gateparkway.
You go into your shower feeling, but as soon as you reach for the Irish Spring, your day immediately gets better. That crisp, fresh, unmistakable Irish Spring scent zings your brain and awakens your senses. So when you finally emerge from the shower, 37 minutes later, because you pay the water bill so you can stay in there as long as you want, you're ready to take on the day and smell great doing it. Irish Spring Body Wash and Bar Soap. Fresh, green, Irish. Shop now at Walmart.
What if you could be debt-free by this January? Get rid of all that high-interest debt, pay off all your credit cards, consolidate everything into one lower payment. Hey, it's Prosper here, and if you're ready to stop stressing over bills, you need to call Loan Pronto right now. With rates at their lowest in 2 years, this is the perfect chance to use your home's equity and save big going into the new year. Loan Pronto's got rates with APRs in the low 5s, and they're getting homeowners hundreds of thousands out of their home's equity. Homeowners who do this save on average $850 a month. Loan Pronto offers a ton of options, including total refis, express equity lines of credit. So call now, get a rate quote in just minutes with no hard credit pull and no upfront fees like those other guys. Call today. You won't make a house payment till 2025. 904-999-1508. That's loanpronto.com or 904-999-1508. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781 on approved credit, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Here's your Southeast local sports update, sponsored by Advanced Business Solutions. Florida State enters this weekend looking to play spoiler to rival University of Miami. The Noles haven't handled adverse situations well this season, despite it being a point of emphasis for Noles head coach Mike Norvell.
We try to create as much adversity as we can, even throughout practice, just to prepare guys, for when something doesn't go right. You look throughout the course of the year, and we haven't handled that, very well.
Sad news from the world of college basketball. University of South Florida head men's basketball coach Amir Abdul-Rahim has died following complications that arose during a medical procedure the school announced on Thursday. He was 43 years old. He is survived by his wife and 3 children. The Orlando Magic will take on the Brooklyn Nets this evening in Orlando. You can hear the Magic play the Memphis Grizzlies tomorrow evening at 7:30 on 1010 a.m. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
At 7:04, it's 62 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
This is how we do.
It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Everybody
You know it! Sweet Friday! I better get some emotion from you.
Okay.
Hey! Ho! Hey! Ho!
Whoa! Whoa!
Woo! Go Friday! Go Friday! Take it Friday! No vaping while you sing Friday. Yeah! Football Friday.
Oh.
Nothing better. Woo! Yeah! Good to be here. Pumped up. Lot to talk about. E, but we got to keep it real, man.
Keep it G.
Got to keep it real.
Okay.
I love you.
Already?
You know I love you, E.
Dang, coming in hot.
I'm coming in
Catching
hot.
strays early, man.
I'm sorry to do this, man, but this stings.
Oh, man.
This stings a lot. And I got to bring it up. I got to bring it up because we're a family and we
Tough
air
love.
out our family grievances right here on the program. Is that not correct, E?
That is fair.
Okay. You know, we've asked you to do a few things here
Ah, dang it.
through the years.
Ah.
You know that most of the time you come through.
Oh, dang.
Keyword there's most.
What happened?
There was one time that it's a big one. It's a big one. It happened this year.
I know he missed big time. He flailed away at Cool in the gang. That's the one that I will forever be bitter about.
Yeah. Cool, of course, going into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So his cost probably went up, but
Too bad.
that's
now.
not till this Saturday.
Well, and
Or
it's already
Saturday.
happened now. I don't care.
But E, I got to ask you.
Uh-huh.
I'm looking at these pictures from last night.
Oh, okay. I thought it was something else. All right, go ahead.
Dang, he's got a lot going on. He's not even guilty for what he thought he was.
I know, right?
It's my guy, Bobby Cool Bell. The Cool from Cool in the Gang.
Okay.
There he is, hanging out.
Where?
At Spurrier's in Gainesville. I mean, right down the road. Easy get.
He lives there?
Easy get.
Does he live there, they say?
He doesn't live there.
What's he doing there?
Some promo, probably.
Over there doing something. You know, we could have had Ladies' Night, Joanna, Cherish, Get Down on It, Celebration,
Yeah.
Jungle Boogie. We had them all, E.
Dang.
Supposed to be at the wedding. Would have been a party for the
Not
ages.
to mention the 10K I could have slapped onto the bill on this guy.
Yeah. It's
Dang it.
all right there for you.
I would have liked to have done
There
that.
he is, E. Right down the road, E.
Chilling.
Right down the road.
Vibing.
3 months later. Very available, E.
It's been 3 months.
Very available. 4 months, 5 months. I don't know how long it's been.
May? 6 months. Really?
Right there, E. Right there.
When was the wedding? May?
April.
Yeah. 3
Now,
months.
as
Oh,
long
my
as we're
God.
doing this, E,
Oh, boy.
Uh-huh.
just because I'm curious like whiskers,
Right.
what did you think I was going to get you for?
Well, you asked me to do something yesterday. I told you I was going to do it.
Oh, okay. That's fine. That's not a rush.
All right.
That's on you.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. Yeah, that's small potatoes compared to this.
Yeah.
Anyway, just wanted to get that out of the way because now
Sure.
we can all hug and move
Well,
on and have a good show today.
Okay, well, good.
I didn't want it to linger inside
No,
me.
we don't need any roadblocks to joy.
I had to get it out.
No, it's Friday. Everyone should be happy.
Right?
That's right.
You're happy, righty?
Yeah.
I'm happy.
I'm
Jeff's happy.
Well, couldn't be happier.
Won't be happy for long. I'll say something here in the next
Who will?
8 minutes to
To make who?
infuriate you.
I'm never infuriated, but if you say something dumb, then we'll just react.
I was watching some of the.
You see what I did there? He doesn't even listen.
I was watching some of this FSU baseball scrimmage highlights yesterday.
What? Who? I mean, man.
I love college baseball.
That is a dive there, boy. I appreciate it. I'm not making fun of you.
Ain't no dive.
You make fun of the stuff I watch. You don't.
Hunter Carnes, by the way, from First Coast, hit a couple home runs. But
Okay.
seemingly, I don't know if they're going to score 40 runs a game. But
They're just all hitting. It's like
I mean,
batting
every
practice.
time I don't know if I'm following the guys or they're just retweeting it, but it's like Hunter Carnes, every guy,
Was there a top pitcher from Jacksonville last year? Did they have a pitcher from Jacksonville? I can't. It bleeds together for me. I'm not into
you
it
ask
like
these
you.
questions. I don't
Okay, I'm sorry.
know. Yeah. But anyway.
FSU was really good, right? They went to Omaha.
Yeah, they're good. He's going to be really good, and they're going to keep getting better.
Nice.
But anyway, they hit home run after home run after home run after home run after home run.
Okay.
So, just on a side note, if you're
And
curious
Thopples
about
just signed 3 of them to long-term deals.
if you're curious about Florida,
They're not practicing.
they are practicing.
Oh.
They I will just say this one note: there's a kid from a late edition kid, and I like this just because it's a JUCO kid they took from Santa Fe.
Okay.
Big kid, big body, but he's like growing into it, and his fastball's like up to like 96, and they're all like raving about him this fall.
Look what we discovered.
Yeah, kind of one of them deals. So
Yeah,
we'll see how it goes.
if you need any basketball news, I'm your guy.
All right.
That's what I dive into the Gator basketball
Well,
reports.
what a horrible thing happened in Tampa. Man,
Yeah.
what a heartbreaking. And
Yeah.
by the way, they're playing here against Florida
I know.
in a couple weeks.
Oh, that game's in Jacksonville? That's right.
Yes.
That's right. That's right. I thought that was
USF
odd.
was scheduled.
Because
So,
I think Florida also plays Jacksonville, but not in Jacksonville.
So yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
Is that part of like
You're asking me questions. You told me that you had the college basketball.
personnel? I'm a personnel guy, Dan. You know that.
But anyway, I mean, golly,
I don't
man.
understand the hand glutton. What's his name? Glutton, is that right?
Handlockton.
Handlockton. I don't understand. I'm never going to get that right. I'm like an old fool. Handlockton. I still don't understand how that injury he had has him out this long.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm not a doctor on that one. He
Why not?
fractured his leg. It was
I
nasty.
know. Well, we asked Doc,
It broke through the skin.
That's a compound fracture, Hick. I don't know. Because it compounds your pain, I think, is why they do that.
But man, 43 years young for the USF coach. What a heartbreak.
Yeah.
And the guy was a hell of a coach.
Mm-hmm.
He's the guy who went to Kennesaw. Was at
Right.
Kennesaw, and they went 1 and whatever, and then he
A-Sun Coach of the Year here.
Flipped him the next year, and then
They went to the
USF
tournament.
last year, unbelievable season. And
I think
he knew he knew how to build a program, man. Abdul Rahim, just golly, man. 43. Obviously, just
Didn't
went in
our
for-
guys run into Kennesaw that year? They went to the tournament. I want to say it was either semis or finals.
just went in for some medical deal and didn't come out. Ugh. Very scary, very sad, very heartbreaking, and boy, a lot of good folks down in Tampa. So thinking about them.
Yeah, he's
today.
the brother of Sharif Abdul Rahim, who I think runs the G League.
We always talked about him and wondered if that was the same guy, and it's his brother. Yeah. So anyway, all right, we got football this weekend. So with that said, we got to hit a Dreamfinders Homes poll question of the day. Brought to you by Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder, by the way, of the Jacksonville Jaguars, of the Florida Gators, of the PGA Tour. Dreamfindershomes.com for all your information. If you're a first-time home builder, home owner, look at the 15 different locations. They're beautiful homes. You may not think you can afford it. I'll tell you in a minute why you can. Anyway, with all that said, simple question.
Okay.
What happened Sunday when the Jags host the Pack? You got 4 choices. E, are you playing today?
Oh, I'm definitely playing.
All right. TL stays hot, Jags dub. Tank goes over 100, Jags dub. Green Bay gets 30-plus, wins. McManus game winner.
Oh, gosh.
Listen,
I should have made a McManus misses at
I
the
told
end.
you this. I have a wonderful. I know the seeding for this team, so I've had a wonderful power slash trap of optimism going into the games. I mean, I think at the end of the day, if we went by what I thought was going to happen that Sunday, we'd probably be about 5-2. Like if I was just picking the games, maybe 4-3 at worst. And I cannot build that optimism for this week. I don't see. I see a team that 4 is being gracious. I see a team that's 10 points better than us coming down here, so we're gonna have to make something happen.
So you're picking Green Bay gets 30
I'd say
plus?
Green Bay gets 30 and wins. That's what if I had to guess. I mean, we have not we've not rattle trapped our defense enough. They're pitiful. I mean, we've talked about they're more than a problem. They're gross. Seriously though, you're last in the league, man. We don't stop anyone. We don't take the ball away. We don't do anything. They're just incredibly impotent, the defense. So until those boys, set their hair on fire or take something personal or, play a few games of legitimate football. But right now, they just embarrass themselves. Every time either the Jags turn it over, kick it away, it's a downtime in the history of the franchise because these guys got to run out on the field. And to fire a defensive coordinator and replace him and have the team be worse, to me, doesn't speak well for the coach.
Okay.
You fired your whole defensive staff, you turn it over, and you're way worse. What kind of football mind is that showing me? But it's depressing. I mean, in what scenario with 2 minutes to go are you safe with the Jags? Up 10 with the ball?
Yeah.
Right? If they're within a score and they have the ball and there's at least a minute and a half, 2 minutes to go, we're going to overtime. That's just, I can't shake that feeling until they show me differently. Maybe this will be the week that they can show differently. But there's not many measurements, Hick, we can look at. Yards per game, we're 29th.
Oh, boy.
Points per game.
Oh, dear.
We are.
This is defensively.
Yeah. This is all 30th. We're 30th.
Yeah.
You have 27 points a game. You know how hard that is?
Not good. E, what do you pick?
Man, I'm somewhere in between two of them. I think Trevor's going to stay hot, but I think Green Bay's still going to, do their thing. Because just like what Jeff said, the defense, they got to show up, and Green Bay's rolling. So I'll probably, between the two, I'd go at Green Bay gets 30.
That's 48%. You're in. You guys are both in the majority. 32.9 though say TL stays hot. Jags dub. 11.9 say Tank has a big day. Jags dub. And 7.3 say McManus gets the game winners. 500 votes basically at Dan Hicken on social media. Brought to you by Dreamfinders Homes. Gang.
I just can't get there. I
I
want to root myself there. I want to make myself believe that. But I've gone down to that stadium now for a year and a half and been nothing but spit on.
I'll tell you the sure thing bet's lock stock of the day.
Okay.
And I don't know if you can gamble on this. I'm sure you can. As a degenerate, I should know. I apologize.
Yeah, I'm surprised here. This is a lie. He does know.
Lock, stock, load up.
Okay.
Pack, score, touchdown, initial drive.
Sure you can bet that.
Holy cow, man. I mean, that's all we do is give up touchdowns. And New England was 0 for 10 before that touchdown drive. You think Green Bay's going to have a nice little script for us for the first 8 plays? They're going to go right down the field and score. Right down. In fact,
they got too many receivers for us to
Doug,
cover.
I know you're driving in right now. Take the ball if you win the coin toss.
That's
Take the ball.
Sure.
Just change it up. Take the ball. Because take the ball. Let's roll with the offense. Our offense is better than our defense. Take the ball. I heard you playing Ryan Nielsen talking about that silly rotation driving in. He's staying with that thing, huh? I know. We got a rotation, so we're going to rotate guys in and out. Okay, let's rotate the bad guys in and, let the good guys stand on the sideline while they score. Oh, I think you rotate when you got a ton of depth and good players. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, 15 different locations in Jacksonville. Here's the deal with Dreamfinders Homes. 2.99% year one rate. That's right. I said it. 2.99%. So if you think you can't afford, go to dreamfindershomes.com. Talk to some folks over there. They will help you navigate your home purchase, especially if you're a first-timer. They'll be right there for you. If you know what you're doing, that's fine. Just tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you. We appreciate it. Dreamfindershomes.com. Official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars. And you can vote at all the social media places that he tells you where to vote. Other notes as we get ready, we got to go to break. We got a bunch of stuff we're going.
Well, we're going to do a 10-minute drill. We'll hit some other sports headlines. We had football last night. Pitt is starting to look more and more like a healthy fly in the ointment. The offensive coordinator is there, obviously.
Yeah, Cade.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
That's a pretty fast rise.
Well, those are pick sixes that were getting the point.
Nonetheless.
Yeah.
They're undefeated.
I mean, everybody raving about this kid from Ohio State who went to Syracuse. He threw 5 picks last night. Right?
Yeah. I'm not parsing out why they're winning. I'm just pointing out that they're a legitimate 7-0.
Ox let me know who the defensive end is for Pitt. Chief Borders.
Yeah. We knew that, didn't we? We went through this. How about the old Powell Ryland? How's he doing? Or Ryland Powell?
He's doing great.
He had remember early in the year, 5 in 2 games or something. But the defense is starting to play better, so that doesn't stand out as much. So let's take a quick break. Come back with 10-minute drill, and we have, because we're Hall of Fame-ish that way. Leroy Butler going to join us bottom of the hour. He's got an event coming up, and obviously tied to the Packers. We'll get him to admit here. Jags win this weekend.
Oh, we're going to break them down.
Probably not happening.
We're going to break you down, 36. Leap 36.
The inventor of the Lambeau Leap.
Leap 36.
This is the drill.
This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
Last gasp time for our Jags at 2-5. This is it, a little 4-game stretch against probably 4 playoff teams, 3 at least. Got to split. Would behoove you to find a way to win on Sunday, get things going a little bit. Would really behoove you with a trip to Philly and a trip to Detroit in that group. But these 4 are kind of going to determine which way the season goes. If you go belly up in this, it's over. Pack up the balls, boys. Things change. If you get a split, you stay in the hunt, or me and E can at least live with it. And that's the challenge with the Jaguars over this next month. We'll know in 4 games in 4 weeks what the 2024 Jaguars are. And that's your Duval Minute. It's brought to you by our friends at Lift Power, who are always on the lookout for good people. Experienced lift truck and dock and door technicians. Benefits are 401k, company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. Man, what an offer. Come see why Lift Power is one of the best places to work for the past several years. Always voted so. Our rapidly growing business has proudly served the Jacksonville area for more than 50 years, man. They're family-owned and operated. They are wonderful folks over there, and we want you to be part of the family. Don't let this opportunity slip by. Learn more just by visiting liftpower.com. That's liftpower.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. You saw what happened. Jeff Lageman tells you why it happened.
And here's how you know you're right.
Jeff Lageman checks the tape for you. Tuesday on Jaguars Today. Brought to you by Napa Auto Care.
10 to noon on 1010XL.
Man, I love being a part of the George Moore Chevrolet family. When I say family, I mean it. From sales to service to parts, they all are great folks over there. I was over there this week. Why I need to get my boy Blue had to get the oil change, get a little tune-up. Set my appointment, rode right in, dropped it off. Gabe took it for me. Less than an hour later, he's called me. Truck's done. Okie dokie. Come back. All good. And off I go. That's how it works, baby. That's service. And that's what George Moore Chevrolet does. And whether you want a car or truck like me, SUV, electric, pre-owned, you name it, George Moore Chevrolet has it. If you can't get over there, look at all the vehicles at morechevy.com. That's morechevy.com. George Moore Chevrolet gang together. Let's drive.
These are interesting economic times. That's why it's so important to have someone you can count on. That's ITP Partners. Jacksonville folks taking care of our Jacksonville money. Experience? You best believe you want to give your hard-earned money to folks you trust. Jeff Hartman, Chris Bryan, Dan Abel, Reed Wingate, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reagan Wright have the expertise and knowledge to help clients in their financial lives, focusing on investment management, financial planning, and risk management. ITP Partners. Financial partners for life. Securities offered through American Portfolios Financial Services, Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
I'm Chris Campione. Auto accidents can leave you feeling lost and overwhelmed. But at Campione Law, we're here to guide you with a personal touch through every step of the process. We don't get paid unless you get paid. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione. Campione Law.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Discover the difference that local expertise makes at First Coast Lighting and Fans. Visit their showroom at the Avenues and browse high-quality products to match your desire for elegance, quality, and uniqueness at First Coast Lighting and Fans.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Call 904-722-1111.
1-800-848-1111.
Instant Keys saves the day if you've lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
It's all about the beautiful game, the Sporting Jack Soccer Hour. From national teams to youth soccer on the First Coast, join Cole Pepper, Mauricio Ruiz, and Becky Burley for Soccer Talk, Tuesday at 6 p.m. on 1010 a.m.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's contestant, a gravy taster from Jacksonville, Florida, me, Dennis Mosley.
Hi, Ken.
Okay, Dennis. 100 plumbers surveyed, top answer on the board. What does it mean if someone says your home has hard water?
It's made of ice? Let's see. Hard water. Oh, is it club soda mixed 4-1 with vodka?
Last chance, Dennis. What is hard water?
Oh, is it that lime scale stuff that makes my taps all crusty?
That's right, Dennis. And a water treatment system from Bueller Air and Plumbing will eliminate troublesome lime-scale deposits that can ruin your expensive appliances and let your neighbors know for sure that you are cool.
I wonder if I can get me a gin and tonic faucet.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Care you can see.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality product and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
And here's Ron Franklin and Kevin Kiley.
Thanks, Bob. It's anniversary time in Tallahassee. 1 year ago, the Podruski. It's now one of the most famous plays in college football.
With a minute 33 to go in the game, it's 21-21. And here's the short handoff, and the little handoff to the upback. Leroy Butler's got a long way to go to the 40. Leroy Butler to the 50. Leroy Butler to the 40, to the 30. Leroy Butler to the 20. Leroy to the 10. Leroy Butler knocked out of bounds at the 4-yard line. What a play by the Seminoles, some razzle-dazzle.
Now the ball snapped to him. He traced it up here. This guy here is sitting like this. You know, very original.
This stunned crowd at Clemson is just awed by the guts of that play.
Why did you do that? I want somebody to win. We were determined somebody gonna win that game.
How good is that?
Oh, that's fun. That's fun trip, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. How many times have you heard that?
What was that,
call?
88 maybe? What year is that?
Yes.
88? Yeah.
Yes.
88?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sounds about right.
Yes. Yes.
That was like
That
one of the,
my junior
like,
year.
for a while there, it was like one of the like most famous popping trick plays. Like it was the trick play in the sport for a few years. Then something comes along, but yeah, that was a big one.
Oh, yeah, because...
And you were looking up at the good Lord the whole way, weren't you?
No question.
No, that's how he ran.
That's what I mean.
I was never the fast guy. That was Deion Sanders.
Yes, for sure.
You were
Terrell Buckley.
Hey,
Yeah,
hold
you
on,
weren't
though.
slow.
You weren't
That's
slow.
right. Stop that.
But
well,
he probably Woodard. Who caught you? Who tackled you? You remember?
Darnell Wolf.
Darnell.
You're right.
Wolf.
Yeah, Wolf.
You're right.
Wolf.
Yep.
Yeah.
He went to Chicago.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you had a rivalry with him for a long time then.
Yeah. You know, that play was, we was going to do that against Florida at the end of the
Thank
year.
God you didn't.
But Coach just said, let's do it. I love Coach Bowden. Rest in peace.
I
He's
know.
amazing.
Yeah.
Nobody
Without
better.
him, there
What,
is
what
no
an
Roy
era.
Butler.
So, do you get sad looking over there at the state of things every Saturday when you look up your scores on your own, when you go to your phone there? Like, good grief, now what?
It depends on who the Florida State lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
This
you
year's not
lost
been a
to
good one.
You know,
You'll be
Miami.
sad. You'll be
Right.
sad Saturday night then,
yeah. Well,
in all likelihood.
hey,
You know, you said
I've
something.
Heard of upsets.
Those back in the day when those teams hooked up.
Oh, so much talent. You said something right there, and you've told the story a million times, but I just love to remind folks and our friend Leroy Butler, the Hall of Famer.
That's right.
PFHOF.
It was a great summer.
What number are you? Tony's
357.
Yeah, Tony's 355.
Yes.
That's how we have to introduce him, by the way. PFHOF number
You know how he is.
355.
He's very high.
So
Yes.
congratulations on that.
Thank you very much.
And we love that you and Tony went in together.
Yeah,
That was so
that
cool.
was
I
awesome.
love his family.
But you said just seconds ago that there is no Roy Butler without Bobby Bowden.
No, it's not.
And you know the story of him coming to recruit you is legendary, and you've told it. Tell it again for folks that.
I mean, real quick, it's just, you know, being in the Blodgett homes, extreme poverty,
Yeah.
as both you guys know my story, but if
Mm-hmm.
you don't, never heard of it, you know, you're in the inner city single family home and growing up a special needs kid, and all of a sudden I get a chance to go to Lee High School and play for Coach Corky Rogers,
Mm-hmm.
and I was a Prop 48. That means that you're not eligible.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking to Miss Gordon, my favorite algebra teacher, like, I'm not going to college. She said, no. I read the fine print, which guys never do. Our wives look at that stuff.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
guys don't. We just want to know the terms and what it costs.
Right.
She said, you can come, but all those teams that sent school that sent you letters, they're not going to offer you.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to myself, God is good. I just need one yes.
Mm-hmm.
And Coach Bowden called me. No, he called the school.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Gordon gave me $1 and change. She said, you need to call him. 850-600-6000. I had to go to a phone booth. Yeah, the kids are like,
Yeah.
phone
What?
Yes.
Phone booth?
Not the Superman phone booth. Phone booth. And Sue Hall.
Yes, Miss
Sure,
Sue.
Miss Sue.
Whole sugar.
Yeah.
Coach Bowden. What? I thought God was talking to me. He said, I need to come do a home visit to tell Miss Butler that I want you to come to Tallahassee. I said, Coach, I thought I wasn't eligible. He says, not about that. I got to give you an opportunity to do something because I heard that your goal is to get your mom out of poverty. Changed my life. No other school offered me.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he could have went to any
Forget that.
All-American.
Right.
We had 30 All-Americans that year, but we had 5 or 6 Prop 48 kids. So Coach Bowden changed my life.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. You know, you've tiptoed into something that's close to you, and why you're back in town this week in large part, and that is helping combat homelessness and poverty, and you know your story right there, and the help that you got from, in this case, was Bowden, but for someone else, it could be someone or something else. So tell us the motivation behind it and what you're going. I know you're trying to involve all the professional sports as well.
The thing about it is, when you look at my story, I remember my grandmother, who was my hero, along with my mother. She'd just say, a real hero doesn't fly. They don't like jump around, and they don't stop locomotion with it. No, a real hero helps people who they don't know. And you're a young kid, you're like, okay, what does that mean? And she always used to say, always help people you don't know. Anybody can help your friends and family.
Right.
When you help people you don't know, and now you have like a hurricane come in, more people are displaced. So what we want to do is get out in front of it. And then in the state of Florida, I think they have a law, if you're homelessness, you can go to jail. So we're thinking, We want to help people before that happens.
Right.
And of course, you need funding for that. But if you go to changinghomelessness.org, we're going to have a telethon today, all day.
Okay.
To raise money for it. And we appreciate you guys being a part of that.
Oh, you bet.
So much.
You bet.
Well, thank you. Thank you for
anything.
and
Anytime.
Jacksonville remains, I mean, near and dear to your heart, obviously. It's your hometown, but you come back and you visit and you do things here and you give back. Plus, you got everything, all your business interests going on up in the Green Bay area. You've had a wonderful career, man. Very blessed. Very. You look back. What do you look back and what are you most proud of all the things that you've accomplished?
Did I still know you?
Jeff,
the Pete Prisco.
There you go.
Gene Fernandez.
You had him at you.
And you could stop. We are blessed to know you, but it's
Two
funny.
things can be true.
We took such a, you're a charismatic guy, and we always took such a liking to you, and you've always been fun and very accessible.
Yes.
And so we in the media appreciate that.
I'm curious.
Thank you so much.
I'm curious, Leroy, with the Packers and Jags meeting this week, what the Jags have meant. So you're a young man. You've already gone to the Packers, obviously, when the Jags are formed. But being your hometown and them coming about, I'm just wondering how you view that. Do you view them like every other NFL team, or are they different to you?
It's different because Doug Peterson is like my best friend.
Oh,
no, really. He won a Super Bowl 31 with us. He backed up Brett. But he was the one that really taught me the progression of what quarterbacks were thinking. Because he wasn't a scout team quarterback. We had a guy for that.
Right.
But I would ask him, what do quarterbacks look for when they break the huddle? How do they change their cadence? How do I know when Steve Young is sending a dummy signal?
Okay.
We ran the same West Coast style offense. Doug Peterson and Matt Hasselbeck are the two smartest guys I've ever talked to in sports, period.
Wow.
Quarterback side. And I know a lot of quarterbacks, but it's just the way that it's taught and learned that I know spots and available areas. And I got a lot of that from Doug. And so, yes, I pull for the Jaguars when we don't play them because they're an uncommon opponent.
Yeah,
We
right.
don't play them all the time.
Yeah.
But now they had a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
Tons of injuries. But it seems like they should just move the franchise out the country. Because out the country, they can beat anybody.
Easy now.
Don't say that.
Easy.
I'm dead serious. It's going to happen one day, but I don't know if it'll do it. But I love the fact that they got a new stadium coming up.
Yeah.
And they're going to keep the team here. The owner, to me, is out front in the community. And I'm going to tell you something about the Jaguars. They pay you.
Yeah.
All you need to do is perform.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Josh Allen. I don't say his other name.
Hines.
No, I don't do that. I like to confuse people with the quarterback.
Thank you. Sure. Thank you.
I'm a big fan of his. ETN, if he's healthy.
Yeah.
But Bigsby, Tank.
Yeah, he's tanking.
Listen, this kid is amazing.
Yeah.
But Thomas Jr., when they drafted that kid, LSU, he has more yards than all our receivers. I think he got 513 yards. I think Jaden Reed is our leading receiver.
434 or something.
470 something. But I'm just saying, it's talent there. But in my humble opinion, Doug need to call the plays. Because I think the coaches who call the play sets the agenda to the quarterback's mind.
He don't agree with you. He will not give it up.
Well,
it's amazing.
I know why. And it makes sense why, but I'm just saying the growth of
that's what we care about, right? Fans care about. They want wins.
That's why Brett Favre and Holmgren got along. We had offensive coordinators that set the agenda, but the play calling is through Mike Holmgren because he kind of knows what Brett likes to do and what he doesn't like to do. And I can get on to him when I see a mistake. But when you have the layers, then, okay, what are we doing? Are we a running team? Are we a play action team? And sometimes it can get confusing to the quarterback. But one thing about Doug, I love, he's not one of these narcissistic coaches that think he knows it all.
Right.
That's why he's going to work.
Yeah.
But they don't do stuff. I don't like anything done in the middle of the season. You got to wait till after the season to even assess that.
Do you remember, just a couple things here with Leroy Butler, we're visiting with him and all that he's done in the community, but couple things that stuck out in my mind as we go through the years. You and I think it was Edgar had a charity basketball game at FSCJ South.
Yes.
And you brought in Reggie.
There was a big
Reggie
names.
White was there.
Yes.
I mean, you brought it. And then you also did. And this one really sticks out in my mind because it was impressive. You did we had like a roast for you.
Yes.
And Sherman was your coach at the time, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
But what was impressive was, I mean, that dude, I think he flew like all night to come to the roast, and that always stuck out to me. Like the relationship that you have created with people that you know, and the respect that they all have for you stands out to me as I watched you through the years from afar.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I remember the most embarrassing thing for me is when you get in the Hall of Fame, they say, well, what game you want to do it? I said, do what? Well, we're going to put your name up in the stadium. I said, oh, boy. So I invited all my teammates, the ones that could make it from the Super Bowl 31 team. I think like 20 of them made it. I step up to the microphone. I said, before, it was like 90,000 people. It's an Amazon game. I said, before I say anything, can you please give my teammates an ovation? My teammates were like, well, you know what? I get it. He doesn't want a lot of the attention. Because when you're a special needs kid like me, and I got 3 daughters who are teachers, my daughter L'Oreal Butler.
In studio with us, yeah.
I love teachers. And teachers taught me the ultimate team sport is football. You got to get guys from 21 to 31 to forget about your problems and win. So I've always done that. And I try to do stuff that other athletes may not want to do.
All right, we played you in with a famous college football play, the Ruski.
That was awesome.
All right, let's before we leave, for folks that don't know, we're speaking with the inventor of the Lambeau Leap. So tell us relive that moment for us, that play when it happened, and how and how that celebration was born.
The thing about it, real quick, was it was minus 20 degrees, and I went over.
Of course, it was
right. I went over to the thermostat, and I was like, "Dude, do they forfeit these games?" They was like, "No, you gotta play." Well, the other teams from California, they said, "I said that's their problem. It's freezing." But I called the fumble. Vince Evans was the quarterback.
Oh wow! Yeah,
right?
He had that 1 year where he came back and he flashed. He was like 40, wasn't he?
Yeah,
or
I
close
think
to
Randy Jordan was the running back.
Okay, former Jag.
I called the fumble.
And Packer.
And the field is frozen. I see the ball, but I don't know where it went. I see Reggie White, and Reggie is trying to run, but Steven Wisniewski is like trying to tackle him. So I run over towards him, and as he's falling, we call eye contact, as if we were going to the prom or something. Like, hey, are you going to allow it? Yes. I get the ball and run down the sideline, and it was so loud. And I got about a 15-yard line. I said, I'm going to jump in the stands. And as I'm running through, the people in the end zone like, why isn't he stopping? And he's going. Because normally you just stop. And I run up there, and I remember jumping up there, and the guy said, man, you owe me a beer. Because he spilled his beer. So people in Wisconsin love beer.
Oh, yes, they do. Spotted cow.
Yeah, listen, I think it's the best celebration because it's not just me.
Yeah.
It's with the fans.
Yeah. Well, and it's become, and now they do it everywhere. Every team, almost every team will do it at different times.
We have shareholders. We don't have an owner.
Right.
Yeah.
So in full disclosure, I'm on the Packer board. And I remember we talking about Roger Goodell when he took over years ago. Paul Tagliabue said, listen, we're godfathering it in that you can still do it. Because they were like, well, maybe you shouldn't do it because somebody may get hurt.
Right.
He's like, no, we're doing it. And Roger Goodell said, you can do it.
Yeah.
And that's why it's the best celebration.
It's great to see you.
Man, you guys look
Congratulations.
good.
Yeah, you look good, too.
You look great.
You look younger than I saw you in Canton.
Telethon.
Thank you so much.
Anything that folks can help? How do they do?
How do they go? Where do we go?
Please go to changinghomelessness.org. And tomorrow, if you're free, come by Culver's 101 Monument Road.
Okay.
And you can get a free autograph. We got a ton of Packer fans here.
Yeah, sure. And Culver's is a Wisconsin-based restaurant for those that don't know. Yeah.
The cheese curds. We got the cheese curd burger.
Good. Now, Culver's is good stuff.
There'll be a lot of cheeseheads Sunday, by the way.
Gonna be
We're going to have to send them home a
people.
little disappointed, but it's okay. You got a great team.
Spend a lot of money, put it that way. A lot of money.
God bless you.
Appreciate it. Great seeing you.
Great seeing you guys.
All right. We'll come back with a 10-minute drill. You're listening on a GFL Friday.
The Drill on 1010 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
At Hodges Mazda, we are proud of our solid reputation in the Jacksonville community. Lauren Brooks here. As your hometown Mazda dealer, our high customer service standards and our huge inventory of new and used cars provide our customers a consistently first-rate car buying experience. Our professional, non-commissioned sales team puts your best interest first without exception. And every vehicle purchased from Hodges Mazda comes with 2 years of free maintenance. Visit Hodges Mazda today or shop online at HodgesMazda.com and discover the Hodges Mazda difference.
Bet live with Hard Rock Bet. Real-time wagering till the very last play. Missing the kickoff doesn't mean all bets are off.
Delay a game on the guy who hasn't bet yet.
Sometimes you just know your team is going to come back. The sportsbook for every kind of player. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. Get up to $100 back if your first bet doesn't win. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
I've known Glenn Cohen for a long time as a friend and a lawyer. Persistent and fair, Glenn and his firm have represented clients from North Florida and South Georgia for over 40 years in all kinds of personal injury cases. If I had such a case, call Glenn at Barnes, Cohen, and Sullivan.
Pre-Game Friday is brought to you by MyBookie and Dream Finders Homes on 1010XL.
Davey Beatrice from Beatrice Plumbing here. A lot of plumbing companies say a lot of things. We focus on what customers say. Like who a few weeks ago, Donna, said the entire experience was the best fix-it experience she ever had. Or Chris, whose hot water went out on a Saturday and he thanked us for getting it fixed that night. Because that's the difference when you hire a real plumber. They show up to fix the problem. So next time you need a plumber, remember Beatrice Plumbing. Because real plumbers fix problems real fast.
Huddle up at Hurricane Grill and Wings, where every day is game day. From their famous wings to refreshing new cocktails, serving up the flavors you crave. And score big with awesome happy hour deals. It's the perfect spot to catch all the football action while enjoying your food faves, cocktails, and beer. Don't miss out. Grab your friends and family and swing by Hurricane Grill and Wings and see what everyone's cheering about. Find the restaurant nearest you at hurricanewings.com.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists congratulating this week's high school scholar athlete, Mason DuBois, senior volleyball player at Mandarin High. Macy is a member of the National Honor Society, has applied to attend the University of Tampa. Congratulations, Macy.
Fall in Florida. The leaves may not be coming down,
but the prices are at Beard's Diamonds.
It's the buy one, get one on wedding band sale.
All stackables, all right-hand rings, all eternity bands, and more are buy one, get one free.
At the St. John's Town Center or BeardsDiamonds.com.
Find your why with membership at the First Coast YMCA. The Y has something for everyone at any age. Come try free access to your local Y every Wellness Wednesday this month. Check out our fitness classes, swimming, pickleball, youth sports, and so much more for free every Wednesday in October. Plus, we'll waive the join fee when you become a member this month. Get active, be social, live healthier, and discover all the benefits of YMCA membership at your local Y or visit fcymca.org.
Want to show your kids something really cool? Take them by the Kuhn Flowers window display on Beach Boulevard. 1010XL's RJ Saunders here, and there's no better way to introduce your kids to Kuhn Flowers. For over 75 years, Kuhn Flowers.
Navy Mutual was created by service members for service members, so we know what it means to serve. Our policies have no active duty service restrictions, so you can rest assured that you're covered no matter your duty station, home or abroad. To go even further, we promise that premiums will not be higher for those who serve in dangerous environments, including aviation, diving, or on deployments. Let us help you protect those you love the most. Learn more at NavyMutual.org.
At Hidden Hills Golf Club, we truly love the game of golf. We invite you to book your next tee time here and enjoy a golfing experience that you might not find at other public facilities. Visit us at hiddenhillsgc.com. You'll be glad you did.
This is Dr. Steve Crenshaw, assistant team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Green Bay Packer quarterback Jordan Love presents a formidable challenge for the Jag defense, says defensive coordinator Ryan Nielsen.
He's a really good football player. He's handling the position, the offense. He's in command of everything. He knows where to go with the football. He can make every throw. Like, that was the thing last year and this year. The guy can make every throw.
The return of tight end Evan Ingram is a huge lift for the team, says offensive coordinator Press Taylor.
Brings a lot of energy to people around him, celebrates his teammates really well, hypes up Brenton and the guys' plays. So that was something that he was bringing on the sidelines, but now he's in the huddle. He's one of those guys that tends to be a little bit more vocal in the huddle.
Join 1010XL, Mia, and Hayes for the Terminex kickoff show Sunday morning starting at 8 from the Tailgaters parking lot. At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update, I'm Sam Nelson.
10XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
your local authorized Xerox deal on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it. Yeah. All right, sports concepts and rationalizations. We call it the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, I believe you have a prize pack. You call it Razzle Dazzle.
Yes, sir. I got a pair of tickets to see Louis Elizondo at the Florida Theater on November 8th. Tickets on sale now at the Florida Theater, but I also got a little something else.
Oh, what else you got?
I got a pair of tickets to the City of Jacksonville's Fall Exhibition baseball game.
Oh.
JU Dolphins are facing them Florida Gators at 121 Financial Ballpark on November 1st.
Oh.
All you got to do is hit me up when?
After.
At the end of the 10-minute drill. Come on,
641-1010 in just a few minutes. All right, listen, we were just talking to Butler before he left.
He a GOAT for real.
And you love him now because he complimented you on your physique
he
your...
He only told the truth.
Yeah,
but
he brought
was
up
a GOAT before that.
He brought up a name, Christian Okoye, and how he used to have to try to tackle him. And Christian Okoye was a Nigerian nightmare, and he says, I kind of remember him, and I was like, you know who he was? He was kind of like Derrick Henry before Derrick Henry.
Yeah, not as fast, but yeah.
Right, and so I looked him up. And
smaller?
6'1", 253.
And Henry's 6'3", 253?
Yeah.
Yeah, that, you know who he reminds me of a former, Okoye rather, reminded me, I got a cool Christian Okoye story too.
Mm-hmm.
But he reminded me of an old FSU running back too. Remember Marion Butts?
But. Yeah,
he was
played
kind
for
of
the
like
Chargers.
that too. Yeah, he's kind of a big, but he was probably less than 6
In
feet.
1989, Christian Okoye had 370 totes for 1,480 yards. That was by far his best season. 1989.
Yeah. When did he come into the league? It had to be
87.
87.
And he only lasted 6 years.
So. I can remember I'm in college. I don't know where or what happened, but somehow I came home like for Christmas or something, or for summer, and somehow or another my father had a Christian Okoye autograph for me on a napkin. I don't even know where it came from or it must have been some bar somewhere. Hey, my son would probably want that. Yeah.
Thanks, Dad.
I don't know what landfill that thing's been in for the last 40 years, but somewhere.
I had a Jerry Rice autograph on a what's the card? The scorecard on a golf course.
Napkins used to be a popular autograph spot. Didn't they? Remember back in the day? Yeah, napkin was quite often used.
I had a Don Shula. My dad ran into Don Shula in the Bahamas. My dad used to teach a class for the University of Miami in the Bahamas. What a gig.
Golly.
So he would fly over on Friday and he'd come back like a week later.
You know who else fought there? Gene Smith. I was teaching a class there too.
And so he runs into Don Shula at a bar, and he bring. And I didn't believe him. And in fact, I actually had to look up because my dad was kind of a prankster and stuff. I was like, "You didn't get Don Shula's." Yes, I did, Daniel. He called me Daniel, and I was like, "Well, I appreciate it," but it was Daniel Best Wishes, Don Shula, and it was on a napkin. That's why I remember that.
Yeah.
But, you talked about the drill in our long-standing relationship with, Hall of Famers, et cetera. And Clay County Gator tweets, still waiting on Mitt. And he tagged Mitt Romney, and he tagged Balls.
Yeah, Balls was going to get us Mitt
Balls
Romney.
was going to get us Mitt Romney because he knew Mitt Romney's speechwriter back when he was
right.
And Balls replied, a lot of analysts says his decision to not come on still cost him the election. Balls
that was a blowout, right?
Balls
It was like probably 50 to nothing.
Balls sat there and told us, no, I'll get him. I go, no, you won't.
Yeah.
Balls. No, I'll get him.
Baselli was going to get us Will Ferrell.
Yeah, Will Ferrell.
Because he went
fraternity brother.
He's fraternity brother with Will Ferrell's brother.
Oh, okay.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
And he couldn't come through on that one.
No. So we've had some great
At
ones.
one point, Baselli was on with us, and he was doing Sunday afternoon Fox, and we just couldn't get him to get us the player of the game from that game every week. He wasn't gonna walk down the locker and say, "Hey, could you join me on my radio show tomorrow?" I was below him. His big high maintenance.
Not going to do it. But anyway, good bunch of dudes. Got to love Leroy, and glad that he's back in town. And just such a good person.
Always been so nice. And think about whatever excuses any of us have ever used for why we can't get something done.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Leroy Butler. I mean, when you talk poverty gang, man, we're talking like tough. Special needs.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't he have also like some sort of
legs?
Yeah,
and
legs.
braces. He grew up with braces.
Like Forrest Gump.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, I'm not exaggerating. When Leroy was a kid, he's like Forrest Gump. He had to wear leg braces and stuff. It's amazing. It's an amazing story. The dude's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it is.
And by
one
the
of
way,
the great
he's
stories.
got the punt rooski.
Yeah, and the Lambeau Leap.
And the Lambeau Leap.
That alone makes you a Hall of Fame.
You're in the Hall of Famous.
Yes, yes.
He's definitely been in the Hall of Famous. So that's just terrific. Meanwhile, his team comes down here, and man, it's a tough setup for the Jags. It's not a good matchup. It's not a good matchup. They're prone to turn it over, but we refuse to take it away. It's just the defense at some point has got to match the offense. The offense seemed to find a little bit of a spark, right? And granted, now we have not given near enough run of consistent play to be considered a consistent team. We had a lot of, we had a good, couple of quarters of we played really good football from the middle of the first quarter till about the third quarter in Miami, and we played really good football from the middle of the second quarter to the start of the fourth quarter in London. That's it. Really, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are the only two stretches longer than a drive or two that we played good, solid offensive football. Defensively, we really haven't played good football since the opening whistle.
Yeah.
Our defense is pitiful.
Hasn't been good. It hasn't been good. You know
And
who
by the
is
way,
good? You know who is good? Because you're big on this. Jordan Travis, and rightfully so. Jordan Travis is what made Mike Norvell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he had a little help. His name is Jared Verse, who's going to be an animal in the NFL.
No, he's a good player.
He's a great player.
Yeah.
He's going to be a great player.
But if the Knowles had lost Jared Verse and not Jordan Travis, they would have gone to the playoff.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the position they play. But yeah, terrific. I mean, he's a high first rounder.
Man, he looks good.
Yeah, and they got that Fisk cat too from FSU.
Yep.
They took a couple of them, and they know what they're doing on the D line. They drafted 2 of those rookies last year that got 10.
I think I had the Rams winning the division preseason, and then they got off this terrible start. But they get Kupp and Nakua and keep them.
They got to start playing deep. They started to play some defense last night too, and I think with the offense actually keeping the ball, and some, there's a little bit of.
They're very capable of making a run.
It's it can be contagious a little bit.
Yeah.
I bet.
But what was also interesting, I thought, was don't blame Sam Darnold. He had a heck of a game last night.
I'm going to ask you a question without going on a rant and getting all hot under the collar.
All right.
Why is that face mask not reviewable?
I don't know.
I mean, it's so simple.
That's terrible.
You just buzz down. Hey, he got his face mask. You don't have to do it every play. And
just remind him.
How about every? But yes, you do. How about any time there's a face mask they don't see, we catch it video?
Yeah.
Why can we catch?
Because it
whether
makes
the
you
toes-
look. It makes you look terrible.
Terrible. Just beep them.
Yeah.
And then throw a flag. Oh yeah. Then you get together and act like. Plus, here's what's gonna happen on that play.
Yeah.
You call a safety. They buzz. Then you all get together and you can pretend like one of them saw a face mask.
Right.
You can wag the dog a little
Fix
bit
it.
that way.
Yeah.
That's right. But the fact that it's not immediately corrected while we're correcting some of these other things doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. And
Like if you can go to the tape and see if there were 12 men on the field, if this guy hadn't quite gotten off, then why, if a guy gets his spine snapped, can you not correct it? But listen, the Rams are winning the game. That didn't cause the game, but it's a black eye for officiating overall. And they've had some, they did the same thing about this time last year, didn't they, in the Dallas-Detroit game?
Mm-hmm.
Where the guy reported. You could see him tell him, and then they flag him.
Mm-hmm. Can't have those. Can't have them. And I'm sure the guy feels bad, but help him out. Like you said, it's not that
That's
hard.
an easy one. No one's going to say anything. There's no controversy.
All right, World Series starts tonight. Who you got?
Whew.
Take your pick.
I'm going back and forth. I'll be rooting for the Yankees, so I'll just pick the Yankees in what I think is a toss-up series.
Yeah, I kind of think the Yankees will win. I'll root for the Dodgers hard, but
I'm not rooting for either hard. If I had my druthers, they'd both lose. They'd go 3-3 and they'd cancel the series.
That'd be good.
Because of something. Yeah. A bat shortage. I don't care what it is. I wish they weren't playing. I don't like either one of them. It's definitely a state. All of these meetings in this historic series, we said this is the 12th meeting. Mm-hmm. The 11 came from 41 to 81. I mean, that's how you build this brand that has lasted all this time. Yankees and Dodgers haven't been the brand ambassadors of baseball, and it's really unfair that they get all the credit that they get, quite frankly. There have been plenty of franchises since 1981 that have shined as brighter than the Dodgers. The Yankees, at least, have had, other eras. That great era in the 90s, won another one in, 2007 or 8?
I saw they met when it was Brooklyn and
like 7 times.
7 times between 41 and 56.
Yeah. That's where it really happened. These two used to share a border, right? It was the Brooklyn Dodgers against the New York Yankees, and then it was really intense. So it'll be I'm looking forward to the series, I guess. I don't really like either team, so I'm not I got excited watching the Diamondbacks play the Rangers. Big moments happen. I go, wow, boom. I can't see myself reacting like that to what either one of these two billionaire ball clubs do. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Even the Phillies, I was pulling for the Astros. I could get excited if I'm not going to have any of that.
I hear you.
Excitement for this series. It's a good series. I've always been kind of a brand name guy, but I'm wrong on that. There is no brand. This is not going to reinvent the ratings wheel. This is not going to be soaked in by. Nobody cares anymore about what market you're from.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see what kind of numbers it brings in.
I mean,
I would assume it'll be up from last year's Arizona Texas World Series.
Yes, but we had we've had this happen in other sports. We had a Lakers Celtics final.
I get it, but I still think it'll be increased. Yeah, I don't think it'll be
I think so too.
Record breaking. I don't know much better than last.
Who drives the race? Is it probably the Dodgers and Yankees? Probably still do on all things being neutral.
It's not the fact that it's just the Dodgers and Yankees too. It's Judge and Ohtani.
That's for sure.
I mean,
This is a historic matchup that's also making history in this matchup. First World Series, it's had 5 MVPs.
And I'm going to tell you that's a good one. I'm going to tell you this, too. And for for Ohtani, people talk about he was anonymous in Anaheim. I never saw him. I've seen him play baseball now.
Oh, that's fair.
I've seen 100 Ohtani at-bats this year versus probably
15.
10 in his whole career.
I see his highlights, but I never watched Angels baseball. The Dodgers are
live
relevant.
And I'm like, oh, man.
Well, and part of that, in fairness, is because your team's relevant enough to make you watch. So you're watching him when you're playing. Where there are other times. But
still seeing him.
Yeah. Well, it's also the first time.
And by the way, his at-bats are kind of to me, even more than Judge, are sort of must-see.
Yeah. I agree. Big, strong dudes, man.
Oh.
This Judge Ohtani thing is undersold.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you this, too. It's also the first World Series matchup ever that the top 3 in OPS are in the series.
Okay.
Ohtani, Judge, Soto. Right. I mean, it's fantastic. Now, pitching, I find plenty of series where the pitching's been this accomplished. I hope, I hope, and I don't root for this kind of baseball. It doesn't matter to me, but for this particular series, I'd like to see a lot of 12-11, 9-8, comeback, bullpens can't hold. Just, if you're going to give me 2 teams I don't like, then at least give me back and forth painful baseball for their fan bases.
You want to talk to Denny?
I do. The Whisperer is
He's
next.
in the house.
It's a GFL Friday. That's Green for Life. Trust them for all your commercial roll-off needs.
641-1010 right now. Tell them what they're going to win.
Oh, they're going to get a pair of tickets to go see Louis Elizondo at the Florida Theater on November 8th. Tickets are on sale at floridatheater.com, but also a pair of tickets to the City of Jacksonville's Fall Exhibition baseball game. That's JU facing the Florida Gators at 121 Financial Ballpark on November 1st. All you got to do is holler at me right now, 904-641-1010.
The drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Saturdays in the South are made for football. Yes, but you can get the game day feeling on Friday night on the Bueller Air and Plumbing College Kickoff.
The big games, the big matchups.
Friday night at 6. Brought to you by Sonny's Barbecue on 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, looking for ways to give back this October? GolfTeaRepair.com and 2 Tip Mice Vodka have teamed up to make every swing and sip count. Together, they're hitting breast cancer hard with a special campaign. If you don't know 2 Tip Mice Vodka, you should. They're locally owned and distributed right here in Jacksonville. And they donate $2 for every bottle sold to the 2 Tip Mice Foundation that financially supports patients undergoing breast cancer treatment. GolfTeaRepair.com this month is donating 50% of every sale to the 2 Tip Mice Foundation as well. Use Swing and Sip for an additional 25% off your order when you go to Golf Tea Repair, and check out all those wonderful shirts to help the cause, support, and rock your gear with purpose. Swing and Sip on the promo code for 25% off at checkout at GolfTeaRepair.com. Together, let's tee up for a change. Swing, sip, and support Golf Tea Repair.
These are interesting economic times. That's why it's so important to have someone you can count on. That's ITP Partners. Jacksonville folks taking care of our Jacksonville money. Experience? You best believe you want to give your hard-earned money to folks you trust. Jeff Hartman, Chris Bryan, Dan Abel, Reed Wingate, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reagan Wright have the expertise and knowledge to help clients in their financial lives, focusing on investment management, financial planning, and risk management. ITP Partners. Financial partners for life. Securities offered through American Portfolios Financial Services, Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys locksmith service.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyoublow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
If you're looking for the best in indoor air quality, I've got the experts to call. Florida Home AC, the official AC provider of the Jaguars, specializing in the best air quality for your home or work with the Remy Halo. Instead of waiting for pollutants to travel through the ductwork to be neutralized, the Halo cell releases friendly oxidizers every time your fan blows air, helping those in your home that suffer from allergies and other respiratory issues. Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC and start enjoying cool comfort and clean air.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach. When you're hungry for midday sports talk, share a table with Helmets and Heels.
It's a bad idea to travel on an empty stomach.
Mia, Lauren, and Taylor. We like hungry.
Switched on by First Coast Lighting and Fans.
Noon to 2 weekdays on 1010XL.
Hey, gang, Hicken here for my friends Craig and Chris Kaprosky at Goosehead Insurance. I'll tell you this, I'm great week this week because all I know is that my wife said she called Chris Kaprosky and we saved some money on homeowners insurance. I don't know how we did it. I sure am glad we did do it. And what I love about the Kaproskys, though, is they got right back to her. And whether it's a yay or nay, they believe in customer service. They're there to help you. And if it's homeowners, auto, flood, boat insurance, small business, they're always there for you. When you call them, they call you right back, or they answer the phone, they get on, they get you answers right away. So get an insurance checkup. Easy to get a hold of Craig.Kaprosky at Goosehead.com. That's Craig.Kaprosky, K-O-P-R-O-S-K-I at Goosehead.com. Or you can call 478-8422, 478-8422. Craig and Chris Kaprosky are part of the Goosehead Insurance family and part of our family as well.
South Southeast Orthopedic Specialists returns with their free bumps and bruises evaluation clinics. Now with 4 locations, these free injury assessments are open to all schools and athletic programs. Saturday mornings from 9 to 10 through October 26th at Cortex Sports Performance in Ponte Vedra, Preferred PT in Fleming Island, and also at Brooks Rehab on Centurion Parkway and Brooks Rehab at World Golf Village.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
What if you could be debt-free by this January? I'm talking about all that high interest debt. Pay off all your credit cards, your car loans, and consolidate everything down into one way lower payment. I'd just like to say maybe on average about $850 a month. Good grief, man. A third of mortgage. If you're ready to stop stressing over bills, you need to call Loan Pronto right now. With rates at their lowest in 2 years, this is the perfect chance to use your home as equity and save big going into the new year. They got rates with APRs in the low 5s. They're getting homeowners hundreds of thousands out of their home's equity. Do this with Loan Pronto. You save on average $850 a month. There it is. Loan Pronto offers a ton of options, including total refis or express equity lines of credit. Call now, get a rate quote in just minutes. No hard credit pull, no upfront fees like some of the other guys. Call today. You won't make a house payment till 2025. 904-999-1508. That's 904-999-1508 or loanpronto.com.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Lowe. I want to talk to you about picking the right battles to fight in this life. Every day, we have opportunities to get upset and angry. But I want you to realize that sometimes you have to ignore in this life so that you can soar into the kingdom of heaven. My encouragement, friends, to you is to pick the right battles to fight. Fight only battles that help you draw closer to God, because you have to ignore so that you can soar.
For more inspiration, log on to stjohnthedivine.com.
Have you tried golfing at the improved Cimarron Golf Club? If you haven't, tell you what, you're missing out on the best deal in Jacksonville. Now, many of you have received a postcard in the mail, and of course, if you bring that with you, $45 plus tax to play. That includes a cart, lunch, and a beer at the brand new Stone Barrel Tap House. Now, go to the website, that is CimarronGolfClub.com, and sign up for the Wild One Loyalty Program. That's the Wild One Loyalty Program, and get all of these specials emailed to you from Cimarron.
Looking for a new or used firearm? Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach will get you locked and loaded. New firearms coming in weekly and always looking for used guns. No lines and no waiting. Online at beachesjewelryandpawn.com.
It's your boy E to the T, and I know you feeling good this week because we've been killing it on my bookie. Turning spreads, over-unders, and prop bets into straight cash, homie. Huge local games this Saturday night as the Florida State Seminoles are 21-point underdogs playing them Canes in Miami. And all day Sunday, you can get in on the action. The Packers travel to Duval, where there are 4.5-point favorites. The Seattle Seahawks are 3-point home underdogs to the Buffalo Bills with a 47-point over-under total. That's a high total with key players potentially injured. And the under has been crushing it this year, so take advantage. Then, the most bet-on game of the day every week is Sunday Night Football. And the Cowboys are taking on the 49ers with an over-under of 46.5. Take a hard look at that. My bookie still has the double deposit bonus, too, by the way. That doubles your money on your very first deposit up to $1,000. It's the best deposit sign-up bonus in the industry. So sign up now and use promo code 1010XL to make yourself a winner with my bookie. Come on, somebody.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just a job, but an experience, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Southern Oak Insurance. In the rivalry, the records don't matter when the Miami Hurricanes play the FSU Noles, says Canes head coach Mario Cristobal.
There's everything you want in a rivalry, right? These are two storied programs. Records in these games don't mean anything. I think we all know what they're capable of, and they are as talented as any team or more talented than any team we have played.
Week 10 of high school football will feature some important games as the playoffs loom. Mandarin will face Oakley. 8th. Bishop Kenny will take on Westside. You can hear the game on 1010XL this evening, and you can hear Bowles take on Wilson this evening on 1010 AM. Our Florida NHL teams saw the Tampa Bay Lightning lose to the Minnesota Wild. The Florida Panthers got the victory over the New York Rangers. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently, it's 8:11 and it's 62 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the quarterback whisperer, Denny Thompson.
Okay, bring it in.
Brought to you by Tyson Sound and Security, security and automation experts, and George Moore Chevrolet.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah! Bum, 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 Denny and the Jets, baby! Hey, kids, learn to play the position with Denny Thompson. He'll teach you how to do it.
Yeah, quit it. No.
I mean, I've never had a jingle.
Think about it. Think about it.
It's a be a quote.
We were just talking in the
I was
break.
playing at the house.
This is good because Denny obviously played some quarterback in his time here in Jacksonville, and he told us about one of the hardest hits because the text line. What did the guy say about Leroy?
Absolute hardest hit I ever had was Leroy when he was at Lee High School. He literally knocked me across the track and through the cheerleaders, started focusing on baseball after
That's
that.
impressive.
And then you were saying when you were at UC, you
Larry
played Charlton
Smith.
County. Larry Smith, the former Jag.
Here's the embarrassing part: is he didn't hit me.
Mm-hmm.
I was supposed to hit him. It was like a crack block, and I hit that dude, and it was like, all right, you know what? This isn't it for me, man.
Yeah.
I'm not built for this.
All right, so you're back from Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
Awesome time out there for you didn't stay for the Formula One race at Hobnob with the Rich, huh?
No, you know I got last minute tickets
to
and
Formula
I was
One.
So tired.
You wanted to come home.
Yeah, it's just like, man, I'm.
Now, did you go with fam or just you?
Just me.
Okay, so you went out there. What a great win for Georgia. They dominated, and they're going to be tough to beat here now. I'm telling you, that Alabama loss is going to be the best thing that ever happened to them. And the worst thing that Alabama win is going to be the worst thing that ever happened to the Tide, apparently.
Well, they found something at halftime of that game. Because at that game, if you remember, early Milroe, everybody was getting the edge.
Yeah.
Just like easy.
Oh, yeah.
And they did, I don't know what, I'm not that smart, but they did something at halftime.
No doubt.
It did two things. It propelled them, and their defense played well against Mississippi State.
Yes.
Statistically, it didn't look like it.
Right.
But they just bully balled Texas. And then the other thing it did was, if you look at since halftime of that Georgia game at Alabama season, whatever Georgia did, I wonder if other people are copying.
Right.
Because they are struggling sustaining drives.
Well, Milroe looks terrible.
Yeah,
I mean, the guy I was ready to give him the Heisman after the first half of
No question.
And now, and I was like talking like, hey, maybe he's a first round pick. This kid's coming. Now I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He can't hit. I mean, that 17-year-old's running wide and free, and they can't get him the ball.
I don't know what has happened there, but it is definitely interesting. And now you look around, and the SEC is so wild and drunk that it's like, you know what, Vandy may win.
Yeah.
Vandy keeps getting these guys off of big games. They get Bama after Georgia. They get Texas
Man,
after
y'all
Georgia.
come on now.
What?
Vandy ain't beating Texas. Let's settle down.
Navy's going to beat Notre Dame, and Vandy's going to beat Texas. It's going to be a hell of a Saturday, man.
It's going to be like 60-point
Jeff,
combo.
my only point is it's fun to say it on a Friday.
No, I hear you.
It is.
Hey, Vandy's got some momentum.
I also saw Vandy, to get kind of a late flurry to beat Central Michigan or Ball State or
Ball
whoever.
State, come on.
Ball State, come on.
Yeah. I mean, but Vandy does have a little bit, they got
Vandy
a lot
doesn't
going
get up.
on there.
Vandy only gets up for the big games, Jeff.
Yeah,
Texas what's the spread of that game? 21?
Is it that
I think
high?
it's 18.
18 at Vandy?
Yeah.
What is it, a noon game or a night game?
No, it's like 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
What game in the SEC gets the ABC night spot? Is it Texas A&M LSU?
Yes.
Because I would suggest maybe this is the one time you flex Vandy in there. They'll never get that spot on ABC on prime time. Might be their.
I wonder though, like if you go to that game tomorrow night, is Nashville fired up for this? Is there actual Vandy fans or is it all Texas fans? Because usually when you go there,
half and half.
Yeah,
it'll probably be half.
Because they're putting a lot of money in that program.
They
right
are.
now.
Well, here's what's happened too. It's amazing because all this set up is some sort of metaphoric battle between Austin City Limits and Grand Ole Opry. I'm sure that was the narrative around this matchup.
Yeah, exactly.
And now suddenly it's a real football game. Vandy in the top 25 and 5-2, and yeah, I can't believe it. I grew up with Vandy. First game I ever went to was Vandy Tulane. Second game I ever went to was Vandy Maryland. I know what Vandy football is.
Vandy Tulane.
Yeah.
I don't know the first game. You know the first game you ever went to?
First college game?
Yeah.
My dad used to take me to University of Miami. I saw O.J. Anderson, and they used to play. It was weird. They played on Friday nights back in the late 70s, and that was probably the first college game.
That's impressive, y'all. I know mine had to be an Arkansas game, but I don't know who.
Yeah, I remember. I remember just going up to Nashville from Columbia where we lived, and like I said, we went there twice. Then when we moved to West Virginia, I went to quite a few Old Mountaineer Field and then New.
You can look this one up. I saw Miami play Utah State. You know who the quarterback was for Utah State?
No.
Longtime NFL guy. Jeff?
What now?
Utah State quarterback. Played for the Lions.
Okay. Yeah. No, I do have it.
Yeah,
It's
you can get it.
Yeah. It's Eric Hipple.
Eric Hipple. You remember that name?
No.
Eric Hipple. Yeah.
Don't.
This is pre-Denny.
Yeah. That was back when a quarterback was good if he had 16 touchdowns, 21 picks.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Like if you were a quarterback back in the day, if you had a game with 212 yards, 2
yeah.
touchdowns, 4 picks, you had a hell of a day.
Yeah.
Like I remember Eric Hipple being good, and I'm probably going to look, and his best year will probably be 12 touchdowns, 18 picks or something. I just never.
The old Troy Aikman stat look.
Yeah. You know how we one of the negatives about our industry is, man, we judge on the here and now and the here and now and I mean, it's just how it works. It's the game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just interesting. I heard a discussion today about C.J. Stroud versus Justin Herbert. And I mean, C.J. Stroud had
Truth is, they're both good.
Yeah, and he had a great first year, but he had, I don't know if it was his worst game. I didn't see enough of it, but I saw the stats. He threw for like 100 yards, against Green Bay. So he did not have a good game there. And all of a sudden now they're still 5-2. He doesn't have Nico playing.
Big game this week.
But that's how we all, except for Mahomes. Mahomes don't care the numbers because they're undefeated.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Although some people, like if you're defending your quarterback, the trendy thing to do now is to pull Mahomes' numbers down and put your quarterback up. Why are y'all ripping him? Look at Mahomes.
Yeah.
Well, because Mahomes has these three
I think it is.
rings on his fingers.
I think it is fair here, at least in our market, because it's got an awful lot of text on this text line through the years about how C.J. Stroud, they already have a better quarterback, and C.J. Stroud's better than Trevor Lawrence, and this, that, and the other. And right now, they're the same guy.
Listen,
I'm not saying C.J. Stroud's terrible. C.J. Stroud has 10 touchdowns, 4 picks. Trevor has 9 and 3.
Yeah.
C.J. Stroud's passer rating is 94.9. Trevor's is 92.3. C.J. Stroud's QBR is 59.8. Trevor's is 63.3.
But my point is, 3 weeks ago,
yeah, for sure,
it was a lot different.
No, I get it. Yeah,
It's a hard game, man.
It's a hard game.
So hard. And even Trevor, I mean, I was thinking about on the way in here. Trevor, really, if you look at it, if you're being fair, the Jags were losing in spite of Trevor playing okay.
Right.
I don't think Trevor's been playing losing football.
No.
He's been playing winning football.
You got to blame.
Right.
Teams want your quarterback to give you a win even when everything else is terrible.
It's like
that's true.
Different level.
And even if you win, thinking Carson last week,
like, it's not enough.
No, you beat the number one team on the country on the road, and it's like, what's wrong with Carson?
I've seen Georgia fan get after Carson.
It's unreal.
Yeah, they're getting after him.
Yeah.
I'll give you another one. And I think this after watching just 2 games, but I'm a fan. I think, this DJ Lagway kid's special.
Yeah.
But guess what? Probably in these next 5 games against this kind of competition, he's probably going to have a 4-pick game, man.
Yeah,
he might.
And
he might.
It doesn't make him less special.
Correct.
Right.
But you can't. It's just how we roll, man. I guess in watching the quarterbacks, man, we don't know everything that goes into it. We don't know if the guy's running the wrong route. We don't know. But with your eye, the trained eye, when you watch DJ Lagway, and this is what stands out to me, how fast he can just turn and flick that ball and he goes
he's very
down the field.
Very sudden.
Yeah.
Very sudden with everything that he does. Listen, he is special. He is, and he is going to have a bad game or 2 bad games, and he is going to throw 3 picks, and that's good.
Yeah,
like you want that. I don't want 22 of 26 for 160 yards
Correct.
from DJ Lagway.
No,
That's not who he is.
No, he had 7 completions for what, 250?
It's crazy. 259.
Yeah. Don't rein
Like
that
35
in,
yards
man. Like, let him go with this.
35 a completion. 35 yards of completion.
That's crazy.
That's unbelievable.
That's crazy. It's one of those things. We've got a young kid that was kind of thrust into action here in Jacksonville. And every time he throws a pick, I'm like, good.
Right.
Because now you learn.
When you say young kid, you're talking high school level?
Yeah, Knox Annis at Mandarin when TJ went down.
Right.
Yeah, it's like every time he throws a pick, I tell he and tells him, I'm like, good. That's good.
Right.
Like, because you learn from that stuff, and you're going to do it at some point.
Sure,
right?
they all do.
Yeah, so it's DJ, you keep slinging, my man.
If I were at Florida State and I were the head coach there, I would go find a scout team cornerback and let him play Wildcat before Brock Glenn ever sees the field for me again.
Wow. That's tough. Wow.
Yeah. I would go find.
Why don't we play the other kid, Luke?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And if it's not him, and he's a freshman.
He had such a chance for a moment with his first college pass.
Yeah.
It was 50-yard downfield vertical. Right in my dude's
I talked
hands.
to him a couple of times this week.
Yeah, but Brock Glenn literally did. Isn't Glenn the one, by the way, that like 2 consecutive plays gave up points to the other guys?
It was impressive.
I think he didn't.
I think it was 3, but I'm not
like
counting.
3 straight times he would never. Honest to God, he's playing for Valdosta State tomorrow. You can't even go with me to Miami.
Yeah,
it's not your fault.
Yeah.
We're the people that brought you in. But my God, son, you're the worst quarterback who's ever put an FSU helmet on.
Does his
the worst ever of all time?
Let me ask you this though, Daddy. Let me ask you a big. Let me ask you a big picture question about FSU though.
Okay.
Brock Glenn struggles. Is that in a way? I'm just wondering. Next year, I'm assuming they're going to go hard in the portal for somebody to compete with your guy.
Yeah,
I don't think they're going to hand him the job. Do you? I guess unless he plays great football.
Well, I hope they don't.
I know.
Yeah,
but I'm wondering, like, what do you think their thought process is?
My thoughts on Luke is I think he's special. I think he's
I know you like him.
Yeah, I think he is like a first round type dude. So I am not in a rush to see Luke get on the field. I just want Luke to develop. He's going to be fine. He's just going to. It's Carson. It's Arch Manning. It's when you're that good, you just do you, and eventually you're going to be fine. I talked to him this week. It's a fast game, man, when you first get out there. And you're right, man. The first ball that he threw was absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
I do not share Jeff's sentiments on Brock Glenn.
Well, you're more. It's good for him because you know a lot more about the position than I do.
I don't think he's the worst quarterback.
Every time I
you
see
ever-
Brock Glenn on the field, I feel like I'm like watching somebody with like throw up in the alley. It's terrible.
Oh my God!
I mean, I'm not embellishing this. Y'all look at the numbers.
No,
How
it's just so funny how fast you escalated with that. It went from a conversation to
Well, he's improved from 37% last year to 50%. He's 32 of 64, 338 yards. He's got 2 touchdowns and 3 picks. I mean,
he literally has thrown more touchdowns to the other team than to his own.
oh no!
Think about that.
Oh dear!
Huh? I guess that's impressive. If you can have more pick sixes than touchdown passes and still have a job, you got some kind of personality. I mean, you do. You must be the best locker room.
Somebody threw 3 last night in the first half.
Yes, you're McCord.
Yes.
Yeah.
3
Ohio
pick
State
sixes in one half.
2 pick sixes and 3 picks.
Oh,
I think.
okay.
But yeah,
My God, this is all you need to know about your guy, Brock Glenn. Got a passer rating 17 points lower than DJ Uiagalelei, who before Brock Glenn was the worst FSU quarterback I've ever.
Wow.
Oh,
So you're taking Florida in that game.
Oh gosh, if Billy Napier doesn't beat them by 2 touchdowns, and he can just don't let him on the bus.
Right.
They're terrible, dude.
I'm sure y'all have talked.
Yeah,
about
I'll
this.
go ahead.
I'm sure y'all have talked about this.
I don't
Can
want to
Billy
run.
Napier save his job at this point?
Yeah.
If he
many
goes
has he gotta
6 and
win?
6,
Got to win 2.
6.
Well, listen, I don't even think. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm not telling you what I'm telling you from their perspective.
Yeah.
I think if they play really competitive football and win a couple of these, he's easily
That's
in.
6.
I think if
That's
they
6, yeah.
well, I think if they get to 5 and they lose a couple tight ones, he's still. You're weighing this.
I don't know.
Where are
2 losses like the Tennessee loss isn't going to make anyone feel any better about it.
Well, but
where you do stupid things, it may be worse for
you'd
you.
have to
if you're blaming him, yes.
You'd have to beat who? You'd have to beat FSU, and then you'd have to beat either Georgia, Texas,
LSU,
Ole Miss. LSU, Ole Miss at home.
Ain't easy.
No, it's not.
They're going to win 2, I think.
Yeah.
Only because they're playing better. I mean,
They're-
I don't
they're
know
playing
how-
better.
Although, let me see it for longer than like
All right,
a
let me ask
couple
you.
minutes.
I said this to
It's the best they've ever played under Nathan.
I said, is
without
this crazy of me to think this? In these next 2 games coming up, and one of them, we'll look up in the fourth quarter and they'll have a chance to win.
Not at all.
Who's the second one?
Georgia and Texas.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
I think
asking
they'll
you
play
that.
with
Is that
Georgia.
crazy?
This is a year they'll play with Georgia.
I think. Yeah, I think that is a little crazy.
Okay.
Actually. I mean, I think it'll be 17-point games.
Okay.
I don't. Just because
No, I'm
they
saying
got
a
that,
chance to win. That means they're within a score.
Yeah,
They get the
got
ball.
the
Here's
ball.
my reasoning.
Yeah.
Here's
that's fine.
You're talking about 2 elite
Oh, yeah.
defenses and
Oh,
a
yeah.
freshman quarterback.
That's fair.
That's sound logic.
Yeah, and so if they find themselves in a place to win in the fourth quarter with that situation, then man,
Really, the
there's a
key
reason
for
to get excited.
the key for Florida is for the first time since they went into witness protection. Honestly, 3.5 years ago, the defense is playing football.
Absolutely,
They're flying around. They're stopping people. I don't know where the heck they came from, but that's the key to the team. The offense has got enough talent. They're going to be all right. They're going to. Although Tennessee just called and said we left, whopping total of about 17 up there on the board. but I think that they'll be able to. It's can the defense keep playing like they've been playing? And I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, defense keeps playing. Your young guys keep playing well. I mean, that has to make Gator fans a little more comfortable.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, there's talent there.
Yeah.
Let's not lose that.
I feel like, and I've said this all year, I feel like Florida has middle of the conference talent, but they were having poor coaching.
Somebody asked me when I was in Texas, it's like, does Florida just not have talent? And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing is we feel like in some way the coaching has kept us from knowing.
And by the way, it's young talent, so
It is
that's
young.
what you're
I
going to have
think when
to
you have a freshman quarterback and freshman running back starting together for the first time in school history, and you put 48 points on a team that has strangled you 3 years in a row, then you've got talent.
and had
And
a great
strangled
defense.
everybody else, too.
Everybody else, yeah.
Yeah, it
Elite,
wasn't just
that's it. That's not talent. I mean, that's elite talent.
That's true.
When you go freshman backfield and put 48 up on them, yeah, talent's not the problem.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, my man.
As always,
Good to
how's
see you,
the holiday
Danny.
work, Danny?
He's the man, Danny
He's the
Thompson.
Quarterback whisperer here on a Football Friday, a GFL Friday on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Jags coach Doug Peterson joins the Frangie Show.
That's the exciting part about it.
Coach speaks. Fridays at 4:05.
Number one prized possession on the field is the football.
Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson, custom windows and doors on 1010XL.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Let's start the debate. Why would someone buy a new car from you? We have an exclusive 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty on every new vehicle. We offer a competitive wow price plus free oil changes. How much will someone get for their trade? We offer more than $4,000 over KBV value. Well, we never lose a trade over price. Okay, when is the best time to buy a car? Right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter which side you pick. At Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet, you get it all. Let us show you why we're the winning vote.
Are you tired of having a plain and boring backyard? Really want to impress your family and friends this year? Then stop by Stone Core on Phillips Highway. Imagine hosting guests at your new outdoor kitchen, relaxing by your custom-built fireplace under a brand new pergola. Stone Core can also remodel your old pool deck and beautiful new pavers. Make your backyard wishes a reality. Visit Stone Core on Phillips Highway and let's get started at stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
You know, one of my favorite SNL sketches, Will Ferrell screams at his kid, "Get off the shed!" It has nothing to do with what I'm telling you. I'm telling you to get into the shed. Come discover luxury storage life at the Shed, opening soon at Atlanta Beach. It's a prime location, minutes within beaches and all kinds of fun. And there's nothing like this in Orange Park, grief, out in Atlantic Beach. What they're building here for you is catered to protecting your luxury items. So if you run out of room someplace for your car collection, boats, RVs, put in a lift and work on cars, it's completely compatible for both AC and plumbing. You are going to love what you see at The Shed and theshedjacks.com. Only and certainly most premium warehouse space ever built in AB. They're big, they're bold, they're beautiful. Clubhouse, bathrooms, 75-foot drive. Whether you want it for a secondary office, for car truck restoration and storage, it's all there for you at theshedjacks.com.
Good Nation, it's Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it. 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Pre-Game Friday is brought to you by MyBookie
and Dreamfinders Homes
on 1010XL.
Poker players, brace yourselves. The World Poker Tour storms into Best Bet Jacksonville October 31st to November 19th, and the forecast calls for massive prize pools. Event 1 has a cool $200,000 guarantee. Event 6, a downpour of $300,000. And the main event, a flood of a $1 million guarantee. WPT Championship satellites are already brewing. Don't get left high and dry. Head to bestbetjacks.com for details. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
So one of life's most important decisions, if you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children, you likely want to take care of your family. Of course you do. Hicken here from Matt Hinson in the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney yet. But have you done your last will? It's not the most comfortable thing. It's not the most fun thing to do. It's something you need to do besides getting your assets to the people that you want them to go to. Planning helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Matt Hinson will listen to help you with some tough decisions. He'll provide you the info needed so you are at ease with your choice. The Hinson Law Firm. You have questions? Maddie's got answers. 904-527-1700. 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
It's a Monday morning must.
We actually found it.
Yes. Hall of Fame Monday with Tony Baselli. Brought to you by Heritage Roofing of North Florida. Monday mornings at 7:20 with Dan and Jeff on the drill on 1010XL.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer. I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, I've heard you talk about the quality philosophy of Underwoods. Just what is that?
Frank, simply stated, the Underwood quality philosophy is fine jewelry and gifts will bring customers back and create new customers through the endorsements given to Underwoods by our satisfied customers. However, it's our definition of quality that's really been the Underwood difference, because quality has to go beyond materials and craftsmanship and has to include things like design, how it's presented, our service, our integrity, a customer's experience in our store, and the satisfaction a customer feels when they've chosen a special gift from Underwoods. A person or a company earns a reputation over a long period of time. And in Underwoods, we know that you earn your reputation every day, because that good reputation can be lost in a matter of days if you're not committed to doing the right thing for the long term.
That's Underwood, serving excellence in North Florida since 1928 in San Marco, Avondale, or the shops of Ponte Vedra.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website customtreesurgeons.com. That's customtreesurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Have a group trip or company function soon? Mark Watson here with Hardball Creative. Get busy ordering the t-shirts and other swag you'll need. It's easy with Hardball.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Friday 5-Pack. Brought to you by MyBookie on 1010XL.
There he is, the late, great Dave Brubeck, the Take 5 Quartet, under the auspices of summonsing the good juju from 38 years ago today, when the New York Metropolitans beat the Boston Red Sox in Game 6 of the 1986 World Series. I will make my picks. That's
Always about to somehow
digging a hole. I've dug an early season hole like the 2024 Mets. I'm 11 games under 500. I'm 17 and a half games behind the Phillies.
You're actually only 8 games under 500.
How many games back am I of the Phillies?
I'm +5, so
right,
13
games
6 and a half.
back.
6
and a half games back. I feel like this is where I start to make my move. I feel like we've stayed with the team. We've stayed with the formula. We feel like we're going to turn things around. We got a good ball club here, Jeff. We just got to play better.
Okay. Well, you were worse, so you are.
I have been much better here in the last month. I've had a 4-1, a couple 3-2s.
I got a lot of games here I like.
I've been to the positive. So I'll get things. Would you like to go or?
Yeah.
All right. I'm ready. So as you peruse, I'll give you a pick. This is a danger zone. They played better last week, but I think you're undefeated for a reason.
Okay.
And if you're undefeated and you're getting points, I'm going to jump on you.
So BYU, is that what you're looking at?
Yeah, I'm going to go to the bounce house or whatever the hell that place is. I'm going to take BYU +2.5 to beat UCF.
No, it's funny because...
Are you going against me on that one?
No, I had that one, so...
okay.
Won't be doing that one.
All right.
If
you'd like to take 2 picks, you may.
I'm gonna go degenerate special.
Oh, FDS.
Yeah, I'm going FDS.
I love that.
Yeah. UNLV's going to beat Boise straight up.
Oh,
it'll be fun watching Janty man have a big day, but they're getting 3.5 at home. I can't pass it up. Give me UNLV.
That'll hurt the Janty man's Heisman hopes. And you know what?
If he goes for 250.
When you were talking about the Janty man, I figured. You know what I thought?
What?
I thought this.
Take Boise.
No, I thought this.
Oh.
It makes me want to root for the Janty man even more that he eschewed the transfer portal.
Yeah, right.
That he stayed at Boise.
He could have got $1 million
You
from
said
Bama
he could have got a
or
ton of
Tennessee.
money from it. Everybody wanted him. And he said, you know what? And then he went there, and they were the first offer, and he liked it. So he said, I'm going there. I like that kid.
Okay.
I'm rooting for that kid.
All right.
So I hope Janty Man goes for 300 tonight. But anyway, that's just me. Do you want to do another pick?
I mean, I can. I have written this team all year long, and I just... No, I'm not. I'm going to skip that for now. I may go back to it. I'm taking the lock of the year.
Oh.
Okay. This FSU team is so impotent. There's no rivalry going to stir them up. This game will be 28-0 after the first.
Oh, boy.
Miami is going to open a can on FSU Saturday night. It'll be 52-6.
Okay.
I mean, they'll cover by halftime. Play every line they offer you.
Yeah.
Play first half line, first quarter line.
Yeah.
Play Miami single game prop over. Play FSU single game prop under. Load the boats.
Yeah.
And lay the 21 at home over FSU.
Okay.
3 touchdowns. No problem.
I don't like this team, but again, they're getting a lot of points at home. It's hard for me to turn away from that. I'm not ready to make SMU the beast of the ACC. I'll take the 12 and do.
Yeah, I had that one too.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I mean,
go with another one.
Can we do another one?
Yeah, we'll snake draft.
Snake it? All right.
And -8, Jeff +5.
I'm going to do this just because I've talked him up all week.
Okay.
I told you I was going to do it.
All right, yeah, you did. I can't remember what this is, but I do remember you saying you would do it.
I'm doing it.
Okay.
I'm circling it right now.
All right.
Give me the middies.
Navy
Irish.
+14.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I like these big spreads to fall, but I'm not going to mess with them.
Yep.
+14. Yep. All right, I'm going to, if I get this one right, I think that somewhere in Vegas I should be in a promo.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
A promo.
I'll tell you why.
Okay.
I've played this team, I think, 4 times this year. And I've gotten it right all 4 times. I played them to cover. I played them to not cover.
Okay.
I played them as a favorite. I played them as an underdog.
Okay.
But I've had my finger on the pulse of prime time in Colorado every step of the way. I have. It's been uncanny. I played them against Arizona State. I played them against Kansas State.
You beat me head-to-head last week.
Arizona.
Yeah.
I'm 4-0.
You got them figured.
With Colorado. And I'm taking Cincinnati getting 6.5 at the Buffs.
Really?
I like the spread. Cincinnati has 2 losses this year. They lost to Pitt by a point, And then they lost a Big 12 game to one of the good teams by 2. In their last 2 weeks, they beat Arizona State. They had another win last week. So I think Colorado wins a field goal game. Give me Cincinnati plus 6.5. All right, let's go over to the NFL. Is that what we're doing now?
Yeah, please.
I am going to play a kind of an if bet here.
Okay.
I don't like laying big spreads in the NFL, but if Tua plays, Miami is due for a bust-out party, a feel-good, easy win. Arizona's going to South Florida. I'll take the Dolphins -4.
That hurts me.
You were going to do that?
I had that one. That hurts me.
We're kind of Patico today. We seem to be in the same group.
I've got some inside information.
Okay.
For my next pick.
All right.
Done some research. Normally, I would shy away from this game. They are not playing good football right now. But due to injuries on the other team. No, I'm still in the college game.
Oh.
Due to injuries on the other team, I'm gonna roll with the tide.
Roll tide 17.
17 points, but I don't think Cook's playing. Their leading rusher ain't playing. Their safeties are beat up. Their receivers are hurt. Okay. I think Missouri is hanging on by a thread. I think Alabama's going to stick it to Missouri. I think they're going to explode on this day. I'm going to take Alabama and lay 17. I got to have one big spread. And then I'll just take one in the NFL. You know, this smacks of an 0-4 Saturday. Desperate to win one on Sunday, not to get the bagel.
I wish I knew some of these quarterbacks were playing. It makes these lines tougher. Like, you know, if you're getting Washington getting points at home.
Yeah.
Well, that might be a play anyway with Mariota at quarterback. Anyway.
Oh, man, there's a couple here that I like. I like Illinois plus 21.5 against Oregon.
I had that one. But I feel like.
But I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Illinois.
I know something about. Illinois is another one. I've won 2 or 3 times with them, but I'm afraid of them.
They're like, I picture Illinois. I picture slow.
I tell you another one too.
Yeah.
The only reason I didn't play this one is because it looks like a sucker bet. But Indiana -6.5 looks easy.
Yeah. Well, their quarterback's out.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, he had surgery on his thumb.
Oh, there you go. The Georgia Tech screwed me on that one last week.
So with all that said, I'm going to take Joe Burrow in the Bengals against Philly. Yeah. Continue their hot play. Season's on the line. I think Philly's due for an L, so which would be good news for the Jags, by the way. I'd rather them win.
There's a lot of intriguing NFL here.
There are.
I might have to.
There's some big spreads in the NFL.
I might have to glam. I might have to go home and sneak a peek at Mrs. P's Hard Rock app. Put a couple of games in myself.
Oh, I like that.
Golly, there's a few of them I like here. There's a few of them I like, but I guess the one that I like more than any other is a road favorite. I'll take Buffalo to beat Seattle.
I had Seattle +3.
Yeah, I'm taking Buffalo -3.
I like that.
The
That's
Bills,
good for you because you always beat me head-to-head. I almost took Buffalo.
The Bills feel like they're
Seattle, rather.
The Bills feel like one of those teams that's about to, like, you're going to look up and they're going to have won like 7 in a row and they're going to be 9-2 or something. So we should
like that.
All right, there's the Friday 5-pack. Use it your own discretion.
Own discretion.
It is a GFL Friday. We got more next on 1010XL.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Imagine driving a late model Corvette, BMW, Mercedes, Lexus, Honda, Chevy, Ford, and more, all at a fraction of the original sticker price. Visit Vaughn Motor Group's indoor showroom and browse a great selection of dream cars that are inspected with warranties. Before you make your next auto purchase, check out Vaughn Motor Group on San Jose Boulevard or at vaughnmotorgroup.com for a complete inventory listing. If you can dream it, you can drive it at Vaughn Motor Group.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Lockhart Construction. They're a longtime Jacksonville business. Shane's dad started the company way back when. Shane does it now. Family affair. The Lockharts do such good work. Their guys are all from here, taking care of people who live here. Oh, the Hickens have used Lockhart Construction numerous times. I've told you all about them. I'll tell you about the great work that they do. I ain't lying, man. Now, sometimes Shane tells me people come up to him and say, did you really do that at Dan's house? Yes, he did. Great guys, man. They're fast, they're friendly, they're affordable, they're clean, they get the job done. I say their family gives our family a better living experience. You unlock better living with Lockhart Construction. So here's how it works. You got a remodel idea, construction need, no job too big, no job too small. Just give Shane a call, 994-3865. Shane Lockhart, Lockhart Construction, 994-3865.
If I was to describe this sandwich in one word, I would say magical. Hi, this is Jamor, and the little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich is that extra off. I go back and forth from the spicy filet to the original filet. I get into the sweetness of the honey, then you have the extra kick from the spicy filet. The combination alone takes it over the top. It's award-winning.
The Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich is back with a bite. Try it with the original or spicy filet, now for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonial.
Now that's what I call high-quality H2O.
If you want high-quality water in your home at a fair price that won't scare you to death, then talk to someone who knows water and is not a pushy salesman. Contact your local water boy, Keith. I install premium equipment and can repair or even rebuild your existing system. In a business known for aggressive sales tactics, let me show you how my approach is different. If you've got any water problems, contact the water boy at waterboyjack.com.
These are interesting economic times. That's why it's so important to have someone you can count on. That's ITP Partners. Jacksonville folks taking care of our Jacksonville money. Experience? You best believe you want to give your hard-earned money to folks you trust. Jeff Hartman, Chris Bryan, Dan Abel, Reed Wingate, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reagan Wright have the expertise and knowledge to help clients in their financial lives, focusing on investment management, financial planning, and risk management. ITP Partners. Financial partners for life. Securities offered through American Portfolios Financial Services, Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What?
Huh? I'm so over this."
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Call State Farm agent Brandon Thomas at 342-3459.
If your favorite colors are orange and green, stay close to South Beach this season.
Your source for weekly Canes news and nuggets on 1010XL is the Hurricane Report.
Brought to you by Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve on 1010XL.
Davey Beatrice from Beatrice Plumbing here. A lot of plumbing companies say a lot of things. We focus on what customers say. Like who a few weeks ago, Donna, said the entire experience was the best fix-it experience she ever had. Or Chris, whose hot water went out on a Saturday and he thanked us for getting it fixed that night. Because that's the difference when you hire a real plumber. They show up to fix the problem. So next time you need a plumber, remember Beatrice Plumbing. Because real plumbers fix problems real fast.
Chelsea here. Florida homeowners, are your windows working as hard as they should? With Renewal by Anderson, our energy-efficient custom windows and doors help keep the cool air in during those scorching months. That means lower energy bills and a more comfortable home year-round. For the month of October, Renewal by Anderson has a limited time offer. Buy 4 windows and or patio doors and get the 5th one free. Some restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com for all the details. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. License number CGC 1527613.
Hey, Jaguars fans, as the official whiskey of the NFL, it's not a kickoff without the generous spirit of Crown Royal. And that's why we've built the Crown Royal Rig. An absurdly awesome 18-wheeler delivering the generous spirit to stadiums and tailgates across the country. Follow the Royal Rig on its journey from city to city, bringing together local cuisine, NFL legends, and the opportunity to pack a purple bag for charity and win tickets to Super Bowl 59. Visit crownroyal.com for rules and more, and please drink responsibly.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Jag defensive coordinator Ryan Nielsen sees the defense getting better with familiarity.
So I think there's also that part of the guys kind of know where each other's going to be out there, and you see the communication getting better and things like that.
OC Press Taylor looks for the continued improved play of quarterback Trevor Lawrence.
The work he puts into it, and then it's showing up on Sundays, and it's understanding the opponent.
JTA Game Day Express is back. Save on gas and avoid parking hassles as the Jaguars take take on the Green Bay Packers this Sunday. Let them do the driving with multiple locations around town and passes starting at just $10 on the MyJTA app. To learn more, visit jtafla.com. That's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update. I'm Sam Nelson.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, thanks for being with us here. It's GFL Friday. That's green for life. Or good freaking luck if you're FSU headed down to Miami. That's a matchup that through the years has produced so many, important games, and it just hasn't now in so long. But one thing it has, I don't know the exact year that this worm turned, but for a big-time rivalry, Hick, it feels like there's been a lot of, non-competitive blowouts.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
right? Listen,
forever back in the 80s and into the 90s and the 2000s, it was a good, hard fought. You got game scores that were much more indicative, but FSU beat Miami 45-3 2 years ago. 2 years before that, Miami beat FSU 52-10.
Right.
We've seen scores like that, down through the – not all of them, don't get me wrong.
Right.
Point being, we're going to see one of those this year.
Well, listen, I'm a Florida Gator through and through, man. But I'm going to tell you what, going to those Miami FSU games in the late 80s, oh, Lordy, there's some – and I mean knock 'em, sock 'em, rock 'em games, just some of the – great memories, man, watching those two teams. And, I tell this story probably every year, but my favorite is they put a linebacker on Michael Irvin, please.
That was the 87 probably?
One of the wide writers. I mean, it's just such good stuff and just great games.
Even the games that weren't super close in those late 80s were 1-1, but they were close. In other words, I remember this game in 1989. FSU beat Miami 24-10, but it's closer than that.
Right.
I think that was the Dexter Carter when he put the penalty flag on
Tiger Clark.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man. Such good stuff. And it listen, that's fine. It is what it is, and it'll be interesting to see what Norvell does to dig out of this hole, because he is in a deep, dark hole.
I don't think he can. I don't think he's capable. There is no digging out. It's how long
he is capable if he finds great players.
Okay,
and that's what he's got to do. He's got to go get a quarterback like Jordan Travis.
Here's what concerns me about that, Hick.
Mm-hmm.
He hadn't been there 2 years. Why do you not have a quarterback?
Yeah.
I mean, what have you been doing during this time? You should have had a plan. Should have been a better, succession plan in place.
That's fair.
So I don't trust Norvell at all if I'm FSU fan. But
you don't have to trust him.
But we all did this time last year. We thought he had arrived. So who knows?
Right.
I just listen to this point. I think you said, I can't remember who you quoted, but
the Raven. I quote the Raven.
It's hard to make an argument. A coach is great if he's 1-6 for any reason.
Oh yeah,
and it's
that's Drew.
And it's especially hard with the schedule that you're 1-6 against.
Right.
This is a dog. I mean, come on, man.
Oh yeah.
This is if you're going on probation, you're at least 500 against these teams.
Yeah.
Duke and Cal and SMU and Georgia Tech and Boston College. I mean, it's not like they're running into these, big interconference matchups, or it's Clemson, in which it was one of the games. But Clemson, what was Clemson FSU score? Wasn't that a blowout? 38-10 or something?
No, I don't think it was.
It wasn't quite that bad?
They beat them good. You know what's great about broadcasting, man?
Clemson 29-13.
Yeah, I saw this last night from the Chuck and Shaq and Kenny show. It's a funny show, but they do this every year at the start of the NBA season. And they go to Chuck and they go, Chuck, it's time to play who he play for.
Is that what they did yesterday? They really did?
Yeah,
and they make fun of Chuck.
Yeah, that's kind of
and he doesn't care.
Yeah.
It's a beauty. I mean,
let's see.
I love it.
Let me
Chuck,
see.
who he play for?
I'm going to miss
You ready
this
to
too.
play?
I haven't watched. I'll try, but I haven't watched, and I don't pay attention to NBA free agency, so I feel for Chuck. And by the way, the other two would have failed just as miserably.
No, they wouldn't, because Kenny comes on and goes, all right, Chuck, I know you've been studying, getting ready for your only job, which is to know who plays for whom in the NBA, so they kill him for it, right?
Yep.
So it's great. And then Shaq's like, come on, Chuck, you can get it. And it's just funny stuff, man. So, and Chuck don't care, man, who he play for. Taj Gibson. Who he play for, Chuck? And Chuck's like, he's still in the league?
I'm going to go Taj Gibson plays for the Grizzlies.
That's incorrect.
Who's he play for?
Charlotte.
I'll tell you.
Charlotte.
He's Charlotte now.
And then, of course,
Taj Gibson may have literally played for 20 teams.
Played for the Knicks last year.
Yeah, I know.
And then Chuck will go, why the hell am I watching Charlotte play basketball anyway?
Okay.
You know? And then he go, who he play for?
All right.
And then they got another one. They'll do Talon Horton Tucker. Talon Horton Tucker. Who he play for?
Well, he used to be a Laker.
Chuck gets it.
And then he got traded in like the but if he was Denver, we'd know because they've been good. No, I'm going back down to the Delta. I'm going the Pelicans.
And he plays for the Bulls.
The Bulls.
And then Chuck will be like, man, I don't care nothing about Chicago Bulls. They go, but Chuck, you love Chicago. I love Chicago to go eat a steak, but I don't care about the Bulls.
Well, again, I don't care about Talon Horton Tucker's the real answer.
And then they go, all right, Chuck.
It's not like you're giving me, it's not like, Chuck, where did Russell Westbrook end up?
Yeah.
Or, Paul George, in fairness.
Then they feed him. Then the one he only got one of the 5.
Okay.
And the only reason he got it is because they have the picture of the player and then they have all the team logos flashing through. Well, they stopped it on a logo early, and it gave it away, but they didn't even notice that. They're all like, hey, Chuck, you got one. Well, he got it because it stopped on the logos.
I wasn't watching
Patty Mills. Who he play for?
Gosh, he was with the Hawks, and then he went. Patty.
Who he play for?
He's up in the Northeast. He plays for the Nets.
The Jazz. You as well would not be good on who he played for.
No, not with these players.
But again,
one would.
Dougie Buckets. Who he play for?
Yeah, no, is he still in the league?
And they're like, Chuck,
the Kings.
You watched the game the other night. He goes, he didn't play.
Was it Minnesota, maybe?
It was Sacramento.
Sacramento.
And then lastly, Garrett Temple. Garrett Temple, who he play for. And he didn't even change teams. But he still didn't get it right. But my point is, Chuck loves that stuff. I mean, and that's what makes the show great. Self-deprecate. He don't care. Chuck don't care. Chuck said last night during the show, it was like 12:27. He goes, well, we're done at 1. He goes, we're leaving at 1. What are they going to do, fire us? Chuck announced to the entire, they're not staying on past 1 o'clock. Chuck said, we done. Oh, man, it's good stuff. It's funny.
It's one of those, I wish it were better, or maybe it is. But for something that I like, I honestly would turn that on to watch it.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like the coverage bounces around. Like it's not TNT every Tuesday, Thursday. Maybe it is. I could be wrong. I have not done a good job of knowing where the basketball is and making a note to watch that pregame show or the halftime.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I watch the Hawks. And if the Hawks aren't on, I find I can always find an NBA. I told E this. When it comes to regular season professional sports, NBA is second, and it's not even close. Take your team out of it.
Mm-hmm. Who he play for?
So I would watch NBA regular season basketball, just generic. It would be, NFL's number 1. You can watch any NFL game. NBA would be 2, and the distance between NBA and next is greater than the distance between NFL and NBA.
All right, one more thing, and we'll head to break. Just something, and we'll come back and talk more Jaguars as they get ready to take on the Green Bay Packers. We had Leroy Butler in here today. Terrific man. Just always good to see him. But I saw this stat, and it made me. By the way, Puck Talk. We lost to the Panthers last night. They're going to be my thorn in my side now.
How did you happen to notice
our first loss?
As they say in hockey,
thank you.
Let's do that hockey.
I feel like I thought you told me you were 6-0-1 the other day, and then I saw you were 5-0-1.
Yeah,
so that scared me a little bit. So I actually had to say, well, we lost to the Hurricane, so great.
Okay.
Well, thanks for making me check the hockey scoreboard.
Yeah. But anyway, we were talking during the baseball season a lot. We became fascinated with triples.
Okay.
And I saw this stat the other day, and I made a mental note to ask you about it because this is one of your. I think he played for the Braves, if I'm not mistaken. Is it Evan Gattis? Did he play for the Braves?
Yeah, that's my foul balls from Evan Gattis.
Yeah, doesn't he? Remember he no batting gloves or he grips the bat.
He
big old.
Yeah,
big old
El Oso Blanco.
Yes, big old dude,
the white
right?
bear.
Yeah, the white bear.
And they called him El Oso Blanco because of his time in, I think, the Venezuelan league. That stuck with him from Winter League.
Is he American?
Yeah.
Yeah, Evan Gattis.
Yeah,
looks like a big old country boy to me.
He had
I
a
don't know
rough
where he's
road,
from.
dude. He didn't get in professional baseball till late 20s. He was like a janitor. He had drug issues.
Really?
Just a real turnaround story. A really great story.
Okay.
Then he went to the Astros and won a World Series, I believe.
Well, he played for the Astros in 2015. Played for the Astros.
Probably, yeah.
Right after the Braves.
Yeah.
So the Braves have not let him go, or did it not matter? Was he that?
No, he did not. It didn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, he was not it wasn't yeah. That didn't.
Boy, he disappeared after 2018. He had 25 home runs, and he was out of baseball and done. 6 years.
Yeah. What was his best year with the Braves? Did he hit 30 or no?
No, he hit 21 and 22.
That's it. Boy, fell.
And he hit 27, he hit 32.
We were bad then. He was there the one little bad phase for the Braves.
Okay.
We had a little down spot for 2 or 3 years.
This is one of the oddest statistics you'll ever see. And it must have been that Houston.
How's his name coming up? Is this a anniversary of something?
No. I just saw this stat, and it struck me. And then Evan Gattis in 2015 had 11 triples.
That's crazy because he's not a fast guy.
He's slow as heck.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It had to be the ballpark, Houston ballpark, where it hits the fence and angles and shot out.
Well, they also, maybe at that time, if you hit it to center, the dudes would fall down trying to climb the hill.
Was it up the hill still in 15?
I don't know. I'm asking. I don't know.
But listen, besides that, in his other 5 years, he had 1 triple. So what do you make? I mean, that's just so odd.
I don't know.
11 triples in 1 year, and he played for Houston 4 of the 5. 0, 0, 0, 0, 3 of those years. He had 1 triple for Atlanta.
Yeah, it's crazy. 11 out of nowhere.
And then he had 11 triples out of nowhere.
There's no explanation given?
So odd. No. I'd like to know.
Yeah, I mean, was there like a ground rule that year in Houston where
it's great.
You hit a certain spot? I mean,
if you hit the bull, you get a triple. This is the drill. We're heading to the 9 o'clock nasty. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
All right, that's next.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
It's just the Jags and the NFL.
That's all I ever think about.
Mike Dempsey and Fat Tony bring you Jaguars Today.
Exactly.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studio.
Let's do this, shall we?
10 to noon on
1010XL.
Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hey, imagine having a doctor available to you any day and any time. That's my doctor, Rick Townsend. I'll tell you why. I've been going to Doc T for a long time, right? But he's decided to take a leap into the new and exciting, more personal world of concierge medicine. And because he's so good, I'm going with him wherever he goes. And I'll tell you why. You know, sometimes you need to go see a doctor and you can't get in until, 2 weeks, next Friday, whatever. Not with Doc T. Concierge medicine, you get in right away. You got a medical emergency, here's Doc T's phone number. Call him. He'll answer 24/7. That's how concierge medicine works. Think of it like being a member of an exclusive golf club, but the cost will surprise you. And as far as doctors, I'm going to tell you this from personal experience. Rick Townsend is the best. Navy trained, graduated from Wake Forest, treats you as a family member. You know, if you were my brother, I would tell you to do this. So whether it's yearly physicals, office or virtual visits, cancer screenings, referrals to specialists, hospital follow-ups, Doc T has you covered. You got a lot of questions. I'm sure you do. Just go to mypvconcierge.com, mypvconcierge.com, and you'll get all your answers.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Integrity, persistence, and standing up for victims.
It's what you want in a personal injury case and what my friend and lawyer Glenn Cohen brings to every case for over 40 years. Call Glenn at Barnes, Cohen & Sullivan.
It's your boy E to the T, and I know you feeling good this week because we've been killing it on my bookie. Turning spreads, over-unders, and prop bets into straight cash, homie. Huge local games this Saturday night as the Florida State Seminoles are 21-point underdogs playing them Canes in Miami. And all day Sunday, you can get in on the action. The Packers travel to Duval, where there are 4.5-point favorites. The Seattle Seahawks are 3-point home underdogs to the Buffalo Bills with a 47-point over-under total. That's a high total with key players potentially injured. And the under has been crushing it this year, so take advantage. Then, the most bet-on game of the day every week is Sunday Night Football. And the Cowboys are taking on the 49ers with an over-under of 46.5. Take a hard look at that. My bookie still has the double deposit bonus, too, by the way. That doubles your money on your very first deposit up to $1,000. It's the best deposit sign-up bonus in the industry. So sign up now and use promo code 1010XL to make yourself a winner with my bookie. Come on, somebody.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach. Every Friday night in every town in America, communities come together for a time-honored tradition.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Friday Night Lights.
Presented by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning on 1010XL.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and GIA-certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold, silver, and diamonds from the public. Gold has recently hit an all-time high at over $2,300 per ounce and hasn't seen this level in over 13 years. Pay bills, buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold for cash and get top dollar, or trade it for a new piece and get even more value at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
The Jaguars are back at Everbank Stadium to go head-to-head with the Green Bay Packers for our crucial catch game. Join us October 27th as we fight cancer through early detection, risk reduction, and awareness all game long. Lock in your tickets now by visiting jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We'll see you there.
57% of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Northeast Florida alumni say the club saved their lives. The Boys and Girls Clubs of Northeast Florida support over 5,000 local youths each day. Help support this work and have some fun at the same time. Join us at the Beaches Barbecue Bash, Monday, October 28th at ABBQ Atlantic Beach for barbecue, great beverages, live music, and an auction to positively impact our youth each day. Learn more at bgcnf.org/events.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists returns with their free bumps and bruises evaluation clinics. Now with 4 locations, these free injury assessments are open to all schools and athletic programs. Saturday mornings from 9 to 10 through October 26th at Cortex Sports Performance in Ponte Vedra, Preferred PT in Fleming Island, and also at Brooks Rehab on Centurion Parkway and Brooks Rehab at World Golf Village.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Do you feel a ghastly presence in your septic tank this Halloween? A septic emergency is spookier than a haunted house. But fear not. Duck Rooter is here to rescue you from the depths of septic despair.
I'm Vlad, the Valiant Septic Tech, ready to cast out the demons from your septic system. If your toilet's acting possessed or your pipes are stirring up a witch's brew, we got the magic wand to fix it all.
Call Duck Rooter at 904-862-6769 to schedule your septic tank pumping today.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Call 904-722-1111.
Instant Keys saves the day if you've lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
1 second left. Packers are ready to score. Will your business defense hold? Double-check cybersecurity stops threats 24/7. Don't wait. Visit doublecheck.com today to schedule your free security consultation. Act now and stay protected.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Jack Pro Roofing. FSU wide receiver Elijah Moore had a good practice week and could be the playmaker Knowles head coach Mike Norvell is looking for.
I think Elijah specifically has been somebody that's put in a lot of time to work and to be more consistent on being in those right places. But, I mean, he's definitely somebody that I think has got a great future, and hopefully you'll be able to see him out there impacting this team.
Edward Waters University will be at Albany State University on Saturday. The Tigers will be in search of their second win of the season against the 4-3 Golden Rams of Albany State. USA Today Sports Women's Basketball Preseason Coaches Poll has the FSU team in the top 20. As the Knowles check in at number 19, the defending champion Gamecocks are ranked number 1 as they prepare their title defense. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
At 9/11, it's 66 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Gookin Nation. It's another hour with Duval's Big Dogs of sports media. Dan Hicken.
Yes.
Jeff Prosser.
Blah, blah, freaking blah.
And E to the T.
E.T. is the GOAT producer.
All right, let's go. 9 o'clock nasty. It's happening, and it's happening right here, right now. The Jags better get nasty on the field Sunday. It's kind of just a big opportunity. We've talked about the 4-game swing, but it's a home game.
Bless you.
You got to find a way to get a victory at home against a good team. And that's the plan on Sunday for the Jags. We'll see what happens. Again, I would go so far as to say, Dougie P., if you win that coin flip, man, take that ball. Take that ball and get down the field because
I wonder if he might.
Deferring has gotten old, okay? We allow those teams to score time after time after time after time. So enough's enough. Let's take the football and see what we can do. Our offense is our strength. The more possessions, the better. And let's just play that game and not worry about the old – they love the announcers always love this. Now, get the ball here and you score and you get the ball to start the second half.
When did that become such a thing? We didn't talk about that as much in the day.
Never.
My math is typically pretty good, but just riddle me something. And this is the irony of the big lie in professional sports, especially.
Mm-hmm.
The lie of meritocracy. Like when we grow up as kids playing sports, it truly is meritocracy.
Okay.
If you're the best 11-year on your team, doggone, they're going to play you. If you're good enough to help, that little league coach can see it, he's going to help you.
Yes.
And then meritocracy goes out the window, and you get more based on a variety of other factors. And this is what I mean.
All right.
Just help me because my math isn't great.
I'm here for math.
What's 3 plus 3?
3 plus 3, E6.
Okay. And what's?
I hope I give me a division problem.
What's 3 plus 4?
7.
So if I'm combining 3 wins and losses, that would equal 6 and 7.
Yes.
Okay.
6 and 7.
What's 2 plus 4?
2 plus 4 is 6.
6.
Yes, sir.
And what's 5 plus 2?
That's 7. Also 7.
7.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, it's just funny to me that the 3-3 Cowboys and 3-4 49ers are going to play Sunday Night Football. No one said a damn thing about anything. 6 and 7 combined record. But we've already determined that the Jags, Eagles with that same 6 and 7 combo record, let's get them out of here for Colts Vikings.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
This meritocracy. Don't sell me the meritocracy of sports.
No meritocracy.
When you just get, especially when it comes to team and branding and broadcast visibility, let's say. But the 6 and 7 now, and by the way, I get it. I wouldn't either. Cowboys Niners is not a flexible game. You wouldn't do it, but still.
We've had a morning today where we brought up a little bit of it's not me and E are tight, man. We ride together, E.
Die together.
They
question.
They backseat it.
We'll vaz up.
I drive. I just try not to pay attention.
Right.
We see you peeking in the
I don't peek. I don't ride.
He does, don't he?
Peeking in the reviews.
That's gross.
He peeks.
It's not gross that I would peek. It's gross that you guys are fancying a situation that I would, quote, peek at.
He's a leaf peeker.
That's where the sickness is here.
He's a peeker. So, E, we covered the Cool and the Gang thing. And listen, we love having you. You're family for us. But they had a guy before you who I used to like to bounce one thing off of that you don't have as good of an opinion on, because you're not as roly-poly as our former producer.
Is that movies?
Food.
Food, okay.
I used to like to throw foods at him.
All right.
You know, if I see a new food, I like to throw them at him. But I'm going to throw it at you and
See what I got.
and see what sticks and what
All
doesn't
right.
stick. There's a new sandwich out there. This isn't the.
It ain't the chicken.
No,
chicken.
Not the Duval.
Okay.
No,
Not the Cuban over there at the Dash.
Not the chicken.
Not the chicken Big Mac.
Not the chicken Big Mac.
Which has rave reviews.
It has rave reviews.
Yeah.
I've yet to try it,
Yeah.
but
Me neither.
I'd be willing to try it.
I won't be doing that one.
But this one is interesting. All right.
Oh, Jeff, there's something about those quarter pounders too. I'll tell you about that too.
Just
Oh,
mustard
yeah.
only.
Well, be careful with those.
Yeah,
right now.
be careful.
What's
They're-
going on?
They're
Tell me.
killing people.
Yeah.
I honestly.
they're killing people.
No. I was just to say thank you for the heads up, but in all honesty, I eat McDonald's like once every 3 months.
Okay.
I'm good.
Well, the next time you're driving by me, you want to do a double take right now.
Well, I mean, it's not something that's going to last forever, is it?
By the way, are they a sponsor right now?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
I lost.
Sorry.
I once lost McDonald's for us way
You
back
did.
in the day.
Oh, y'all got to tell me that later.
Couldn't take a joke.
So anyway, this is it's a new sandwich. It's been revealed over at.
Is this McDonald's? Or no. Okay.
No. This has been revealed over at Jimmy John's.
Okay.
Okay.
Not a Jimmy John's fan. They're
That's
terrible.
fine. Again,
Are they a sponsor also?
I don't know.
Oh.
We're killing. We just lost Circuit City. We just lost Circuit City.
That's twice in a week.
Everyone's got their favorites. I'm a Dailies guy. I don't
That's
care.
fine.
The hell with them.
So Jimmy John's has revealed this sandwich. I want to see what you would think, Jeff, as well.
Okay.
I would try it.
Okay.
But you, it
got,
depends.
If it's saucy.
Well,
and
you
that kind of
don't
stuff.
like anything.
Yeah.
Like anything.
Well, I wouldn't go that far,
Well,
but yeah.
It's called the Pickle Witch.
The Pickle Witch?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got two pickles
Yeah, okay.
as the bread.
Okay. Dill, I hope, or sweet? Does
Yeah,
it say?
I think it's probably dill.
That sounds disgusting.
It looks pretty good.
Oh, come on,
No,
man.
man.
Look at that.
Man.
You wouldn't dump. I'd take a big old bite out of that sucker. That looks kind of yummy. No?
I just don't know about that outer
Eat?
skin of the. Oh, I don't know.
You're not going to try that? It's chewy, crispy.
I think I'd rather have it with. I think I'd rather just have bread and then put a pickle on my sandwich.
Combines their signature sandwiches with their fan favorite Jimmy
Yeah,
Pickles.
I don't know about that. Oh, so they're known for their pickle.
I guess so.
Yeah. Well, then I guess that would make a little
There's
more
too
sense.
much pickle.
The Pickle
Yeah,
not
Witch
enough sandwich.
starts
Yeah.
October 28th through November 14th at two options, both with typical sub-ingredients inside a giant hollowed-out kosher dill pickle. The Vito Pickle Witch contains salami, provolone, lettuce, all that.
Yeah, but you just
Or the
get
Turkey
that it's-
Pickle
yeah,
Witch,
it's
turkey, provolone, lettuce, and
yeah.
tomato.
No, that's a bad idea. It won't be a seller.
And to pair with the pickle sandwiches, Jimmy John's is bringing back the fan favorite Pickle Jimmy Chips. So just so you know, I mean, I'm just throwing it out there, but there it is, the Pickle
Every hour of
Witch.
the hour, play Tickle the Pickle.
Oh, dear.
What did he do? 9 o'clock nasty.
Nasty.
What's wrong with y'all?
And what are we going to start talking about? TV shows again?
No, we're gonna put some sauces and some condiments and whatnot on there.
What's happened?
Get ready to eat. Huh?
I'm told European Street's been doing the Pickle Witch for a while now. It's pretty good, the boys are telling me.
The pickles, no. Pickles are an accoutrement. They're not the main.
No, but I would try a Pickle Witch.
I would eat that sandwich like in a lettuce wrap before I would eat it in the pickle wrap.
It's fine. I would try a Pickle Witch.
I've never done the lettuce wrap. Have you?
I've done it. I'm not.
Yeah,
I
no.
ain't
It
not
just
that big on
it's too. I don't know. I've gotten used to as we've developed with society that when I do eat things with my hands, it doesn't get them all messy.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, I started watching. It's terrific. The Netflix. Are you the one who told me about it? Somebody told me. Starting Five.
Starting Five.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Yeah. Not yet,
Oh,
but
it's
I will.
good.
Yeah.
What is it? Is this a basketball
That's
one?
following
Yeah.
the big names: LeBron,
Okay.
Anthony Edwards.
Yes.
Is
Keep
it
going.
Tatum?
From last
Tatum,
year, right?
Yes.
This is the one where we had the little Anthony Edwards brouhaha in episode 1, where he's trash talking Tatum.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It wasn't that bad though.
No,
But it's LeBron, Anthony Edwards, Jason Tatum, the Kings guy Sabonis,
Sabonis, yeah.
and who's the fifth one?
There's another big name on there.
Yeah. Anyway, first off, it's LeBron. These are the shows that you love as a sports fan. If you love the NBA, this is a must see.
I'll watch it. I wasn't
Okay.
aware. I mean, I remember us talking. I thought we were talking about something that was coming. I didn't.
And so he
Jimmy Butler.
who and they're all.
Is he the weirdest of them all? Because he seems like he would be, or is it an act?
No,
I will
you're
say
right.
that. I will say he's different.
He's a little different.
He's a little different. LeBron is like really a lot of normal, family guy. Really,
Yeah.
like a kid at heart, though. The guy loves video games.
Yeah, he's like top 100 in the world in Madden.
Yeah,
legit.
He loves video games, and he's like screaming at it. And then they were talking about how he's got to have his
Well, when
nap.
you make $50 million a year to play a game, you can love video games all you want.
He gets a little quirky, but I will tell you this, man. Dude works.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He went through his game day.
You can't stay like he is.
He went through his game day routine.
Yeah, like Tiger. The great ones do.
They
Brady.
do.
Think about the
I
greats.
know.
of
You're
our-
right.
Now, forget the GOAT Jordan debate.
Mm-hmm.
The three greats of our generation are not debatable.
Right.
It's LeBron, it's Brady, it's Tiger.
And they all work.
They all three are known for work.
All
And
work.
by the way, before that in football was Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
What was he known for?
Just
Work.
his game day routine
Oh, man.
would tire me out.
It's like
Before the game, he's doing it like,
oh
what?
my God, it really is impressive. I mean, I clap it up for that.
I'm looking for. Yeah,
a lot
I'm
of
gonna check
respect
this
for
out.
that. So that's what I took from LeBron. Anthony's a different cat because he's so young. All right, and Anthony, Atlanta, Georgia boy.
Yeah.
Tight with his family. But like things like you can see the immaturity in him.
Yeah, you can, and it's shown in his in some moments
and
too.
it's going to come down to if he's going to be truly one of the greats, because they say right, Jordan-esque,
Air 2.
If he's going to be one of those guys, he's going to have to make that extra commitment.
It's harder now, by the way, because of the money these guys make. Like back in the day, you stayed committed because you never got so rich that you could just
one thing about
never
these
work
guys,
again.
One thing about these guys too that I like, they all love the ball. Right?
By the way, Jordan also a worker.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They all love to ball. So Jordan was one of the first really to work out on game days and things like lift weights and such. Anyway, so Anthony Edwards, a couple things. Like, one, his uncle packs for him on road trips. I've never packed a thing in my life.
Yeah, that's just
what
are we
Yeah,
doing?
his uncle packs his suitcase for him.
Man.
Does he get paid for that? Is that a salary
Well, of
job?
course, he's probably already
No,
on
but
some
is
type
it
of
a salary position? I just want to know how much am I? Is this like a
No, he
a la
says
carte? Is this all right? $40 back for me? Or?
His uncle does a lot of stuff for him.
That's Kawhi's uncle. Same way with him.
So his uncle,
mom's brother. Is that what it is? It's mom's brother, isn't it?
His mom passed away when Anthony was 14.
Okay.
He's got a lot of love for his older sister, who basically got a job and raised the kids. But his sister doesn't live with him, but I think his brothers probably stay with him. He's got I don't know what it is about Minnesota. Like I watched the receivers thing, and JJ's got a modest house. Anthony Edwards has a modest house. Like the other dudes have mansions. Jimmy Butler's in Miami, LeBron.
It's because so there's a reason for that. Where they play, like in Minnesota, like Minnesota or Utah, they're only there to play.
Yeah.
So they're not going to get that big booming house. They're not going to be there. They're going to get. So I'm sure Ed has a crazy house in Atlanta.
You're probably right. So anyway, that's the one thing. And again, loves to ball, loves to get after it, wants to play, is very competitive. They're all competitive. Jason Tatum, good stuff on Jason Tatum and the closeness he has with his mom and his son and
Deuce.
Yeah, Deuce. He's
everywhere.
Yeah,
he's a star.
Sabonis was great because we got the old video with Pops.
Is Dad dead?
No,
he's still alive.
And then they sprinkle in, which is
hey,
awesome.
Sabonis' dad, he may have been like the first
big man passer.
No, the first big, huge international star.
Okay.
I got you wrong.
They talked about
for years. He could never really. And the Hawks drafted anybody. I don't think he ever played in
another
not for
mistake.
Atlanta.
Another mistake.
No, he went to Portland. He played for Portland.
Blazers. Yeah, he was a good passer.
Portland waited for him for about 10 years. He's Lithuanian. So anyway, but they've sprinkled in Kevin Garnett, and he is hilarious. So he
KG's
says,
different.
So he starts talking about Sabonis, the dad, and he's talking about Arvydas, right?
Yeah.
He goes, oh, man. He goes,
he's not your Vitas or my Vitas. He's our Vitas.
He goes, Arvydas was something else, man. First guy I ever seen be sitting there firing up a heater, smoking a cigarette, telling, I'm better than you. I'm better than you. I be better than you, Shaq. I'm better than you, David Robinson. I own you. And then take a long drag on a cigarette. I'm just better than all these guys. It was hilarious. So
you know who Sabonis could have been if the pathway was as open?
Mm-hmm.
He would have been Jokic. He would have been the Joker.
Yeah.
If he could have come at 19 or 20.
But he was he's so big. Anyway, and he had and they got stories on him when he was in Portland with little how do you say his son's name? Demonis.
Oh,
his son who's playing right now for Sacramento.
Yeah,
he's very good though. By the way, his son is terrific.
Yeah, it's got a T. It's
DeMontis. Anyway, So anyway, if you file that away, check that out. It's called Starting Five. It's on Netflix.
Sabonis is Arvydas is my age, pretty much. I thought he was even older than that.
But Garnett raved about him as a player. He's like a top 10 player of all time. That's what he said.
Maybe on the world stage. He didn't play here long enough. He was.
Well, he didn't get here until he was like in his 30s, I think.
He played 95 to 01.
Yeah.
And he was born in 56. So, in 60s, he was born in 64. He's just a little bit older than me. So in 64, so he didn't get here until he was 31.
Mm-hmm.
He played with Portland for 6 years, and then he went back to Europe and played, and then he came back and played one more year with Portland.
We got to take a break, right?
Way past.
All right, we're back with more next.
A drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. 2 hours after the final whistle on game day. Join hacker Leon and Coach Campo for the window world of Northeast Florida 5th quarter.
From Island Girls Cigar Bar on Gate Parkway.
Brought to you by Von Rowan Law and Hurricane Grill and Wings.
Do the Garber wiggle, Garber wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, Garber wiggle.
At Garber Auto Mall, we can wiggle it. Best price, we can wiggle it. Best trade value, we can wiggle it. Best payment, we can wiggle it. Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. With 8 American brands, we can wiggle it. Visit us in Green Cove Springs or online at GarberAutomall.com. And remember, at Garber Auto Mall, there's always a little room for wiggle.
Do the Garber wiggle, Garber wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, Garber wiggle.
Hey, Hicken here for America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with more than 5 million active members. Prize Picks. It's real easy. All you got to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in, baby. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as many as you like. And by the way, you got a free square right now with Ann Edwards. 1 point. Yep, that's a free square. Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. You'll get your money in as quick as 15 minutes. Make Sundays fun days. That's what I like to do, but you can play any day. And right now, download the Prize Picks app and use code JAX, J-A-X, $50 instantly when you play just 5. Code JAX on Prize Picks, $50 when you play 5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, man. Run your game.
These are interesting economic times. That's why it's so important to have someone you can count on. That's ITP Partners. Jacksonville folks taking care of our Jacksonville money. Experience? You best believe you want to give your hard-earned money to folks you trust. Jeff Hartman, Chris Bryan, Dan Abel, Reed Wingate, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reagan Wright have the expertise and knowledge to help clients in their financial lives, focusing on investment management, financial planning, and risk management. ITP Partners. Financial partners for life. Securities offered through American Portfolios Financial Services, Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
Want to be up close and personal with the Jaguars as they take the field? Here's your chance to be in the shadows, outside the Jaguars locker room, now called the Vault. Enter today at everbank.com/shadows. One winner and a guest for every home game at Everbank Stadium. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the United States and D.C. 18 and older. Entry periods for the Shadow Sweepstakes promotion from 8/19/24 to 12/15/24. For official rules and complete details, visit everbank.com/shadows. Sponsored administrator, Everbank N.A. member FDIC.
Googan Nation, it's Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hunters know patience is part of the game.
Just got to keep hunting.
Jeff Lageman, Captain Kevin Faber, and Captain Kirk Waltz on the Nimnit Outdoors Show. Presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning. Saturday morning from 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 5-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year, and right now graduate making over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There's no tuition or no student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost are the books and the course fees. About $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org, and you can apply there.
Apply by November 7th.
Looking for an affordable and fast oil change? Well, Big Chief Tire has you covered. Frank Frangie here. Right now, take $10 off your next oil change at any of their 5 convenient locations. Their skilled technicians will keep your car running smoothly so you can hit the road with confidence. Whether it's routine maintenance or a more extensive service, Big Chief Tire is here to help. Visit BigChiefService.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule your appointment and take advantage of this great deal. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700, offices Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Hello, I'm Jerry Holland, Duval County Supervisor of Elections. Do you like lines? And I'm not talking about offensive and defensive lines. I'm talking about the long lines you will be standing in if you wait to vote on Election Day. If you're a Duval County voter, vote early at any of our 24 early voting sites. For more information, go to northfloridavotes.com to learn more. We'll see you at the polls.
I-9 Sports covers the First Coast with great sports for kids 3 to 17, and winter and spring registration is open right now. New girls volleyball and flag at Duval Charter, plus plenty for boys and girls in Nocatee, too. It's all at i9sports.com. Enter 1010 in the promo code.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
This is what happens when you do the quarterback whisperer and NFL Hall of Famer.
Yeah, it's happens.
Leroy
We gotta
Butler,
catch up.
right? And with the 5-pack and Captain Kev, and we've blown up the broadcast clock.
We have. It's
trying
blown
to
up.
just fill you up to the brim with award-winning sports infotainment.
Yeah, that's what we can do. We also got to pay the bills.
How much of the World Series will you watch? Is it appointment? Will you turn it on and watch? Will it stay on, or will you flip around?
I'll probably flip around.
Yeah.
I'll probably flip around.
Are you off today? Are you be home? Is it a home game for you today?
I'm off.
So and what else is, what would, that's like the BWR pulls you into a movie or something? Like what? There's nothing on tonight, really. What would you watch instead of?
Probably got to finish
Starting five.
Starting five.
Yeah.
I got to finish up starting five. I'm only like 3 episodes in, so yeah. I don't know. I'll watch, but I will. I'll check in on it. Like I said, I love watching Ohtani's at bats, except against my team.
It feels very corporate.
Yeah.
It just feels very, I don't know. It doesn't have the charm of some of these, like the underdog storylines and the teams that haven't won. And it's been a long time. It's again, meritocracy's long gone. The Yankees and Dodgers get so much credit, right? They're called this, that, and the other. Ain't none of them done a thing in forever. The Dodgers, got lucky in the strike season. They hadn't won a World Series since 1988. Mm-hmm. Now the Yankees were certainly very, very dominant through the late 90s into the early 2000s. But, we've had some Is that the longest run? It probably is. It's the longest run between these two teams not meeting in the World Series.
Oh, yeah. It's been a lot.
Right?
40, 11, 20, 40 plus years.
Yeah, and from 41 to 81, they met 11 times. They weren't going any longer. And like you said, when they shared New York City, Brooklyn Dodgers, they met 7 times in a quick, in a relatively small stretch.
A question for you.
Yeah.
Tell me who's the quarterback for this team next year. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Who's the quarterback for the Miami Hurricanes next year?
The quarterback for the Miami Hurricanes?
Yeah.
Okay, what I'm doing here is I'm like shuffling through my brain,
the
potential
question
transfer
is to be determined, right? Okay. Georgia. Right, Rashada.
Yeah.
Right? Florida State.
Somebody who maybe isn't on campus right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe Croman Hook.
Texas.
Arch.
Ole Miss.
God, they've got 4. Are any of them still available?
Won't be Dart, though, right?
He's a senior, I believe.
Yeah, he's done. Texas A&M. Hopefully not Lagway.
No. Is the guy that we missed, is he out of eligibility?
I guess.
Wegman, is that his name?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's out of eligibility. I guess my point is in bringing these up, these are all teams on Florida's schedule next year. If Lagway comes back,
you're having a little advantage.
And he continues to grow, well, it'd be a big advantage on a lot of these guys. Not Texas, obviously. Arch is expected. But, I mean, you're breaking in a lot of new quarterbacks at a lot of these premier schools versus Lagway at Florida, who's going to have almost a year's worth of experience. I don't know.
Texas A&M just called and said, man, we sent our third team. We ain't never played a game before and scored 40 on you.
Yeah. Well,
that's the part that scares you.
That was early in the year.
Hopefully we're
There's
a lot better on
that
defense.
Scares you.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, here's another reason why.
Sure.
You may want to say, okay, and again, as the schedule plays out, we'll see, but it's just curious.
It's funny how some people will tell you that Lagway is just intrinsically tied to Napier, and others will say there is no correlation between Coach staying or going.
Nobody knows.
We don't know.
Nobody knows.
I think that people can often misunderstand the support and respect that the Lagway family may have for Billy. Doesn't mean that they're just hell or high water. They'd leave with him if he went. I mean, part of it is that how much do you like your situation? How much do you like your guys? How much are the young guy? What you should be doing right now is more than anything convincing what is suddenly, finally a promising young nucleus of players to stay together and go accomplish something.
Right. Sorry, I was looking at something that threw me for a second.
Well, it happens.
Sometimes Twitter. Oof.
That anti-social media?
Yeah, sometimes. All right. Tell me Jags Packers score.
I would say it's going to be 33-25.
I like that. What's the over-under in the Jags Packers?
I have no idea. Stand by.
I need to know.
And I haven't played an over-under all year, I don't think.
Yes, you have.
I did one.
You've done more than one.
Now you're just saying things to be difficult.
49.5.
Okay, what did I say? Yeah, that would go over. I would think it would go over because we can't play defense to save our lives. So I can't see.
You got to think the Packers are going to score 28 points.
If we can hold them under 20, we'll win.
Under 20?
Yeah.
Is there any chance Green Bay's held under 20? I guess there's always a chance. It's the NFL.
Well, I mean, they average 27, so we'll just be holding them to one under their average.
Yeah, but we're terrible.
No,
so they should score more than their average.
Yeah, they scored
defensively.
They scored 16 against the Colts. They scored
there you go.
24 against the Rams.
There you go.
24 against the Texans.
There you go.
24 then. But the Jags are going to have to win a game 31-28, 27-24.
I would agree with that.
35-31, but I don't think they will. I think Green Bay is a good team.
Yeah.
I think they're a good team.
They
take the ball away, and they play smart, and they're, and we're this fickle little, fragile little, litter of puppies, it feels like.
All right, let's do our catch-up break. We'll come back, make the turn for home.
That's correct.
All right, this is The Drill on 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
If you suffer from constant burning, tingling, or numbness in your hands or feet, it could be a serious condition called neuropathy. I'm Dr. Nathan Riddle, DC with Riddle Wellness in Ponte Vedra. Neuropathy is treatable, and we have seen great results by using state-of-the-art, non-invasive therapies to target damaged nerves, reduce symptoms, and improve nerve function. Call 904-395-5598 to schedule your free consultation today and learn how you can live pain-free. Call 904-395-5598.
Well, if you're having trouble selling your home, I got your lifeline. It's Chad and Sandy and chadandsandy.com. I mean, there are no problems when you have promises and ultimately proof. The promise is this from Chad and Sandy. Your home sold guaranteed at an agreed price or they'll buy it. So there you go. What do you got to worry about? That's Chad and Sandy, Chad A&D, ChadandSandy.com. You can also call them at 414-6200. But mortgage rates are down, creating more active buyers and sellers. It's a competitive time. You need to maximize your home sale now with Chad and Sandy Newman. Chad and Sandy, no required costly repairs. Pick your move date, but most importantly, your home sold at an agreed upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Kim in Palm Coast said, I needed to move closer to family ASAP, but I had to sell my Palm Coast home first. I tried and failed with another agent. My family said, you got to call Chad and Sandy. Voila, 3 days later, above asking price. So call them today, 904-414-6200, or go to ChadandSandy.com.
Afford to buy a home? Think again. Lennar offers a range of new homes at affordable prices with a simple and hassle-free buying experience. Every home comes with our Everything's Included package, which means you get premium features and upgrades at no extra cost. For a limited time, enjoy rates as low as 3.99% and no closing costs on select homes when you finance through Lennar Mortgage. Call us at 904-917-2372 to find your dream home today. Lennar, the home for you.
Pregame Friday
is brought to you by MyBookie
and Dream Finders Homes on 1010XL.
Arrested? Got traffic tickets? DUI? License problems? Gun charges? Drug charges? If you've been charged with any crime, call me, criminal defense attorney Malcolm Anthony, at 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW.
Grab your lucky spot on the couch, because traditions make Sunday easy to enjoy. Bud Light. Easy to Sunday, easy to enjoy. Bud Light is the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch. Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On October 25th, 2003, the Miami Marlins beat the New York Yankees in Game 6 of the World Series for the Marlins' second title. Miami pitcher Josh Beckett was awarded MVP.
Jeff Lagerman here. Now that football season is here, make sure your ride can get to that tailgate or away game safely and dependably. You can trust the ASE certified professionals at any of the 27 independently owned Napa Auto Care Centers and the quality Napa parts they use. Napa Auto Care Centers can handle everything: oil changes, air conditioning, brakes, engines, transmissions, and more. Napa Auto Care offers a nationwide 24-month, 24,000-mile peace of mind warranty on most repairs. Find a Napa Auto Care Center near you. JacksNapaAutoCareGroup.com.
Atlantic Self Storage, the official storage partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Need to make room to watch football in your home, or need a place to park your boat or RV? Store it all at Atlantic Self Storage. Over 50 locations in Northeast Florida. 24-hour access, all with month-to-month leases. Moving? They can help with supplies. They make storage easy. Go to AtlanticSelfStorage.com or call 877-WE-STORE to find a storage solution near you. Go Jags!
Ladies and gentlemen, boaters and landlubbers, friends, four-legged and two, this is Lisa the Botanista with a huge announcement. Freedom Boat Club is opening a brand new 4th location. That's right, Freedom Boat Club St. Augustine Shipyard is now open. Now members can enjoy unlimited access at Julington Creek, Jacksonville Beach, St. Augustine Comanche Cove, and St. Augustine Shipyard. Freedom Boat Club members also enjoy reciprocal access to over 400 locations across the world. There's never been a better time to join. We are offering our biggest discount ever to celebrate our brand new location. We own and maintain an entire fleet of boats. Join the club, and as often as you like, you can do water sports, inshore fishing, offshore fishing, sandbar hopping, dining on the water, or just cruising around town. Visit us at the St. Augustine Shipyard or stop by any of our locations to see what the Boatsiers experience is all about. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
This is Greg Huntington, a.k.a. The Mangler. I'm on the winning team at Waste Management. WM is the largest sustainability company in North America. If your business needs sustainable environmental services for waste removal and recycling collection, then you can count on the industry leader of WM to deliver results. Your services will be completed in a timely, safe, and eco-friendly manner. Go to WM.com/Duval. That's WM.com/Duval and get signed up today. If anyone can talk trash, it's The Mangler.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Jaguars defensive coordinator Ryan Nielsen on the matchup against Packers quarterback Jordan Love.
He's a really good football player. He's handling the position, the offense. He's in command of everything. He knows where to go with the football. Matt's done a great job with offense scheme and putting them in the position where he can make every throw.
Jags fans, the JTA Game Day Express is back. Save gas and avoid parking hassles as the Jaguars take on the Packers this Sunday. Passes start at just $10 on the MyJTA app. More information at jtafla.com. I'm Andrew Gibson with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars update.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
I'm cooling down. In fact, it's a freezing cold. I'm ready to absolutely zap this incompetence at home by our football team. It's called home field advantage for a reason. You're supposed to get a remarkable uptick in support and ultimately level of play when you play at home, and we've just been terrible, man. The only teams we've beaten at home and since the playoff game are the Colts a couple of times, the Panthers, and that's it, isn't it? It's just gross, man. So I am way past the cool down on getting some home field momentum going. It's the surest sign that you're a pretender if you don't win at home. Like the teams that are getting better, the way they get better, and we did it in 2022. We won home games, right? How exciting was that down the stretch in the second half, beating the Ravens and the Raiders and the Cowboys and the Titans. I mean, the home field was on lockdown, and man, it has just been a disaster. So we shall see. Jags and Packers haven't played a ton through the years. Green Bay leads the series 5-2, but it's not been. We played them in the very first game, and it remains to this, the very first season, I should say. So I can remember what I remember from that very first game. It was like, it may have been a Thursday night. I think it was a Sunday night game, but back in 1995, the first year, the Jaguars hosted. Now, by the way, 95, the Packers have a really good team. They go to the Super Bowl the next year. The Jags kind of played with them, which was significant. It's September of the first year, their first national TV game. They lost 24-14. But what I remember about that game is seeing Brett Favre playing in person for the first time. And the Packers had the ball at about midfield. And Favre was rolling left against his body from about his own 40, 45-yard line. And I mean, just flicked it. That was like the first time. We had good players here, and good players have played already, but that just flick, and the ball went about 60 in the air. Like, wow, welcome NFL. But yeah, not a whole lot of meetings through the years. In fact, there probably aren't many teams that have been in the NFL as long as the Jaguars have been in where you have this few matchups. Only 7. And I will say this, the next time these two teams hook up in Green Bay, or as they do, if you get a chance to go see a game at Lambeau, do it. Super, super cool experience.
2-minute drill brought to you by Injury Care Centers. Discover BioTarget Regenerative Therapy, a safer drug-free solution for lasting pain relief. Visit GoBioTarget.com.
All right, Dimps is in. Jaguars today is coming up next. And, yeah, that trip to Lambeau was kind of surreal. It would be almost like here in Jacksonville if they just built a stadium like, on Beach Boulevard, just past the traffic light.
Yeah, it's pretty
the
cool.
damnedest thing.
I got to go for a preseason game.
Yeah, it's just cool to experience. I would, either one.
And they're just like everyone describes them. You walk around, hey, you want a brat? They'll feed you. They'll take you into their tailgate.
The larger-than-life statues out front, they're not big, but they're huge statues to Lombardi and Lambeau.
And you cannot be in the Green Bay Packer Ring of Honor unless you're in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
That's something, isn't it?
Isn't that crazy? Like, the guys that have their name up on the stadium are in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Wow. And there's a bunch up there.
There are a lot up there. There's no question.
Titletown, back in the days, it kind of, aged out, but there was a time where Green Bay was the...
I'm sure they still refer to themselves as
Oh,
that
sure.
up there.
Yeah. They've been good. When I was a kid, Green Bay went where they were going through the wilderness. Like, after that success of the 60s, early 70s, most of the 70s, the Packers were terrible.
The Magic Man, Don McCoskey.
I remember that.
That was the era.
80s, I got to the
80s. And who was the one before that? Who was the...
Lynn Dickey, I remember him.
I feel like there was another one in between.
There may have been. They had... I'd have to sit here and they would know. It was
Lynn Dickey had like a 4,000-yard season, I think, back
maybe.
when 4,000-yard seasons weren't that common.
They weren't common, but you're right. There's one more in there. And,
it feels like there was, right?
No, in between.
The guy was just good enough to
decent.
keep you hanging on the edge of your seat, but not good enough to win the game.
Anyway, so what we got coming up? To find a way to beat this team. We're overmatched. It's not a good matchup. We're an underdog for a reason. I usually find a way to be stupidly overly optimistic, and I'm not finding much optimism. This is going to be an upset if the Jags win.
Yeah, well, it is going to be an upset if they win. We will do keys to victory, but we'll also welcome in Jimmy Smith today.
Nice.
Yeah, talk about him making it to the final 50 with Fred Taylor and just his thoughts on where things stand and where they go from here.
Yeah. Jimmy hasn't gotten to the final room yet, has he?
Not to the 15.
Not to the 15. He's gotten to the 25. All right, Jaguars today. It's coming up next. Enjoy that. Have a great time at the game on Sunday, and we'll see you on Monday morning. It's been